గురించిన అతిథులందరినీ కూడా భారతీయ సంస్కృతిని సంప్రదాయాన్ని అనుసరిస్తూ ఈ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్లో స్కిల్లింగ్ని ద్విగుణీకృతం చేసే విధంగా ఈ నేషనల్ వర్క్షాప్ యొక్క ప్రారంభోత్సవాన్ని జ్యోతి ప్రజ్వలనతో శుభారంభం గావించవలసిందిగా అభ్యర్థిస్తున్నాం. ఆనరబుల్ మినిస్టర్ ఫర్ లేబర్, ఈనాటి కార్యక్రమ ముఖ్య అతిథి శ్రీ వాసంశెట్టి సుభాష్ గారి చేతుల మీదుగా ఈ నేషనల్ వర్క్షాప్ ఆన్ స్కిల్లింగ్ ఇన్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ టెక్నాలజీస్ ఈరోజు అత్యంత వైభవపేతంగా కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ శాఖలో కూడా, కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ విధానములో కూడా నిపుణత దిగ్రీకృతం చేసే విధంగా జ్యోతి ప్రజ్వలనతో శుభారంభం గావించారు. అదేవిధంగా చైర్మన్ శ్రీ వలవల మల్లికార్జునరావు గారు, హెచ్ఆర్డి సెక్రటరీ శ్రీ కోనా శశిధర్ ఐఏఎస్ సార్, అదేవిధంగా సెక్రటరీ మినిస్టర్ ఫర్ లేబర్ శ్రీ శేషగిరి బాబు ఐఏఎస్ గారు, కలెక్టర్ అండ్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ మ్యాజిస్ట్రేట్ గుంటూరు జిల్లా శ్రీ సాయికాంత్ వర్మ ఐఏఎస్ సార్, అదేవిధంగా గంధం చంద్రుడు ఐఏఎస్ సార్ వారి చేతుల మీదుగా ఈనాటి కార్యక్రమం జ్యోతి ప్రజ్వలనతో శుభారంభం గావించబడింది. Now I request everyone to kindly rise for the state song. ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్ర ప్రతిష్టాత్మక గీతమైనటువంటి మా తెలుగు తల్లికి మల్లెపూ దండ అనే గీతంతో మన రాష్ట్ర ప్రగతిని సూచించే విధంగా ప్రతి ఒక్కరూ లేచి నిలబడి ఏకీభవించవలసిందిగా అభ్యర్థన.
మా తెలుగు తల్లికి మల్లెపూ దండ, మా కన్న తల్లికి మంగళారతులు, కడుపులో బంగారు కనుచూపులో కరుణ, చిరునవ్వులో సిరులు దొరలించు మా తల్లి, మా తెలుగు తల్లికి మల్లెపూ దండ. గలగల గోదారి కదలిపోతుంటేను, బిరబిరా కృష్ణమ్మ పరుగులెడుతుంటేను, బంగారు పంటలే పండుతాయి, మురిపాల ముత్యాలు దొరలుతాయి, మా తెలుగు తల్లికి మల్లెపూ దండ. అమరావతి నగర అపురూప శిల్పాలు, త్యాగయ్య గొంతులో తారాడు నాదాలు, తిక్కయ్య కలములో తీయందనాలు, నిత్యమై నిఖిలమై నిలచియుండేదాకా రుద్రమ్మ భుజ శక్తి, మల్లమ్మ పతి భక్తి, తిమ్మరు సుధీయోక్తి, కృష్ణరాయల కీర్తి, మా చెవుల రింగుమని మారు మ్రోగేదాకా నీ ఆటలే ఆడుతా, నీ పాటలే పాడుతా. జై తెలుగు తల్లి, జై తెలుగు తల్లి, జై తెలుగు తల్లి.
ధన్యవాదాలండి. దయచేసి అందరినీ కూర్చోవలసిందిగా అభ్యర్థిస్తున్నాం. రైట్. ప్రపంచంలో చిన్న చిన్న ఇళ్ల నిర్మాణాల దగ్గర నుంచి పెద్ద పెద్ద రాజధాని భవన నిర్మాణాల వరకు, చిన్న చిన్న సీసీ రోడ్ల నుంచి పెద్ద పెద్ద ఫ్లైఓవర్స్ వరకు, చిన్న చిన్న కాలువలు మొదలుకొని పెద్ద పెద్ద రిజర్వాయర్స్ అండ్ డ్యామ్స్ వరకు ప్రతి పనిలో కూడా కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయిన ప్రతి పనిలో నిపుణత అన్నది, స్కిల్ అన్నది చాలా ప్రాముఖ్యం. అయితే తరాలు మారే కొద్దీ, ఆధునిక సాంకేతికత పెరుగుతూ ఉండే కొద్దీ, టెక్నాలజీ రివైవ్ అయ్యే కొద్దీ కూడా దాన్ని ఉపయోగించడం ఎలా, తద్వారా ఈ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఫీల్డ్లో ఈ లేటెస్ట్ టెక్నాలజీని వాడి తద్వారా కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ స్కిల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ ఏ విధంగా దోహదపడుతుంది అని చెప్పడానికి ఈరోజు కేంద్రీకృతంగా ఏర్పాటు చేయబడినటువంటి నేషనల్ వర్క్షాప్ ఆన్ స్కిల్లింగ్ ఇన్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ టెక్నాలజీస్లో భాగంగా ప్రారంభ ఉపన్యాసం వెల్కమ్ నోట్ తెలియజేయవలసిందిగా కమిషనర్ ఆఫ్ స్కిల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ అండ్ ట్రైనింగ్, గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, శ్రీ జి గణేష్ కుమార్ ఐఏఎస్ గారిని ఆహ్వానిస్తున్నాం.
I warmly welcome to Honorable Minister Sir and Secretary HRD and Secretary Labor and the Commissioner Labor and the Guntur Collector Sir and dignitaries, senior officials and the Chairman BOCW and industry leaders, training partners and participants though attending the National Workshop on Skilling and Construction Technologies. The workshop brings together a policy leadership, industry expertise and skilling ecosystem, partners to strengthen workforce readiness for a rapidly transforming construction sector. Andhra Pradesh is witnessing large-scale infrastructure growth across Amravati, urban systems and public works, creating significant demand for a skilled construction workforce. Construction today is technology-driven, quality-focused and safety-critical, requiring a modern and industry-aligned skilling ecosystem. In line with the vision of Honorable Chief Minister, Sir, the state is committed to building an integrated, outcome-driven and skilling ecosystem that supports economic growth and infrastructure priorities. The workshop aims to align workforce skills with evolving industry needs and emerging construction technologies. Focus on strengthening industry-academia collaboration for curriculum design, internships, training delivery, and competency-based learning along with institutional partnership and MOUs. Emphasis on improving employability through practical, hands-on training models. Structured apprenticeship and bridging the gap between training and employment. Industry participation is critical with contractors, technology providers, and industry leaders acting as a co-creators in defining skill requirements and training standards. Government is promoting institutionalized collaboration through co-developed job roles, curriculum framework, and center of excellences and modern train infrastructure. The MOU being exchanged today represents a transition towards outcome-driven collaboration in the sector. Expected outcomes include stronger alignment between industry demand and skilling systems, leading to job-ready manpower and improved employment pathways. Special importance is being given to improving opportunities for workers in the unorganized construction sector. Deliberations are expected to generate actionable policy insights for building a responsive, technology-driven and future-ready skilling ecosystem in Andhra Pradesh. The initiative ultimately aims to improve employability, productivity, and income potential of the workforce, while supporting the world-class infrastructure development in the state. Participants are encouraged to actively contribute ideas, share experiences, and collaborate towards building an inclusive and future-ready construction skilling ecosystem. Andhra Pradesh aspires not only to build world-class infrastructure, but also a world-class skilled workforce to sustain long-term development. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your insight on the welcome address. Now I invite Collector and District Magistrate, Guntur District, Sri Saikant Verma IAS, sir, to give his remarks on this national workshop on skilling in construction technologies.
Honorable Minister for Labour, Shri Vasam Setti Subhash sir, Secretary HRD, Shri Kona Seshidhar sir, Secretary Labour, Seshagiri Babu sir, Commissioner Skill Development, Ganesh Kumar, Commissioner Labour, Gandham Chandrudu sir, and Chairman of Andhra Pradesh Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Board, Mr. V. Vallikarjun Rao Garu. All the dignitaries who have come here, dear ladies and gentlemen, first of all, it gives me an immense pleasure that this national workshop is being held in Guntur district in the vicinity of Amravati. I think this is a very, very historical moment, and I don't think that there can be any better avenue or better timing for having this workshop here today. Today, we are witnessing and we are creating history. The dream capital of Andhra Pradesh, Amravati, is getting built today, and there can't be a better place to take up this particular opportunity. This is a very, very niche segment. And today, as the technology is pushing the limits, we are trying to involve and include every new frontier technology that is possible to make Amravati the global capital in terms of the technology and infrastructure. And in this context, I think this is a very, very innovative initiative to make sure that there is enough supply of skilled manpower to be able to push through these technological limits, wherein we are able to adopt some of the latest technologies so that we are able to give that world-class infrastructure as far as Amravati is concerned. And I think today Andhra Pradesh, being the center of attracting the global investments, the scope is not just limited to Amravati. It goes much beyond. And in this regard, I wish all the very best, and I'm very, very happy and proud to host this particular national workshop in Guntur district, and we are here to witness history in the making. I thank everyone for coming in forward today to participate in this workshop, and I also want to extend my special gratitude to the Honorable Minister for HRD, Mr. Nara Lokesh sir. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today, but he has conveyed his regards. So I thank once again each one of you who have come forward to participate in this workshop. I'm looking forward to some of the very, very interesting sessions here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now I invite Secretary Labour Department, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Sheshagiri Babu IAS, sir, to please come forward and share his words.
Andarki Namaskaram. Honorable Minister for Labour, Factories, Boilers and IMS, Sri Vasam Setti Subhash Garu. Honorable Chairman, AP Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Board, Sri Babji Garu. Respected Secretary Education and Skill Development, Kona Seshidhar Garu. Commissioner of Labour, Chandrudu Garu. District Collector and District Magistrate, Sai Garu. All the other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, the representatives and participants from the industry, academia, institutions, and esteemed guests. Very good morning. I'll not take much time. I'll just set out the objective of conducting this workshop in line with the vision of the Honorable Chief Minister, sir, who wanted productivity and skill development and the economic growth in particular. We approached the Skill Development Department for helping us, the AP Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Board, to address the various challenges in respect of skilling the workforce in the state of Andhra Pradesh. And with their cooperation, we are trying to strategize, so identify both the opportunities as well as the bottlenecks or challenges that are there in the sector, and ensure that we have an ecosystem built to have a long-based plan of action. We are planning for 2047, so taking into account the various disruptive innovations that are occurring in the sector, be it fiber-based or be it waste-based or be it the green buildings, be it the building information modeling kind of digital frontiers. Large-scale disruptive technologies, equipment, materials, innovations are happening in this particular sector, and to keep pace with these rapid changes, the rapid transformation, it is necessary we need to have ideas, inputs and strategies evolved for each vertical, each sector, subsector, etc. And to that end, we are conducting this workshop. I have the privilege of participating in these deliberations today and take your valuable guidance. Thank you all for joining this conference and workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite the Secretary for Human Resource Development, Department, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Kona Sisdar IAS, sir, to please come forward and give his valuable message on the context setting.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. Honorable Minister for Labour, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Vasamsetti Subhash Garu, the Honorable Chairman of Building and Other Construction Workers, Sri V. Mallikarjun Rao Garu, the Secretary Labour, Sheshagiri Babu Garu, Commissioner Labour, Gandham Chandrudu Garu, the Collector and District Magistrate of Guntur, Saikant Varma Garu, the Director of Skill Development and Training, and also the DG of NAC, Sri Ganesh Kumar Garu, all the senior representatives from the industry, senior officials, media friends, good morning to all of you, and a warm welcome to Amravati and Guntur. It gives me great pleasure to participate in this workshop today, National Workshop on Skilling Technologies. Now, to set the context, why we have conducted this for the first time, this kind of a conference. Usually these kind of conferences are conducted by the private sector. Government seldom comes into this. Looking at construction sector, it's no more a labor intensive kind of sector. It's moved to more of technology driven, safety critical and quality focused sector. Now with this initial context, where do we stand in Andhra Pradesh and why are we conducting this workshop? Our Honorable Chief Minister has embarked on a very ambitious developmental goal. Large scale projects. The man sitting here, Saikant Varma Garu, he was the man behind the scene, traveling across the globe, bringing a lot of investments in tune with the vision of Honorable Chief Minister and our Honorable Minister. So there's a lot of developmental works going on. We have a beautiful capital city which is coming up. We have Visakhapatnam economic region, we have Amravati economic region, and we have third Tirupati economic region. Three distinct economic regions with a lot of developmental activities going on, infrastructure projects across the state, from airports to ports to housing and roads. This year alone, we have constructed about 4,80,000 houses in the government sector. In the next year, we are planning 5 to 7 lakhs houses. This is only in the government sector. But there's a huge demand for skilled workforce. Now, how do I ensure that Andhra Pradesh becomes the most trusted source of skilled workforce in all sectors? With this kind of goals and vision that the government has, right skilling and training of the workforce is no more an option for us. It's become compulsory. It's a policy decision. And so, all the elders sitting on the dais, as per the vision and guidance of our Honorable Chief Minister and our Honorable Minister, we started to take stock of the situation to see where we are. Now here, for skilling as a whole, building and other construction workers is one part of skilled workforce. But if we look at the overall initiative that we have started, a transformative journey in skilling, we have started a Naipunyam portal. It's a digital public interface which brings together skilling, certification, industry workforce, industry engagement, and also continuous tracking mechanism. We have identified that there is a critical need to identify prior learnings. When I say prior learnings, it is called RPL, recognition of prior learning. Typically in AP, we have many of the skilled workforce who learn or pick up skills from their family members or are very informal methods. To tackle this one, so we said we will recognize prior learning, we will certify them, we will look at skilling, upskilling and reskilling. So for this, we have built this digital public interface called Naipunyam. We also have in Andhra Pradesh 5 distinct clusters, economic clusters, catering to different industries. North coastal is mostly port-based, pharma. Amaravati is more of capital, then there is aqua in east-west Godavari. If you go down, in Tirupati you have electronic manufacturing, you have solar, green energy, different clusters based on different industries. So my skilling has to align with this kind of industry requirement. So with this overall skilling strategy that we have, where do I fit my building and other construction workers? I have about 18 lakh building and other construction workers. They are spread across the state in every, you want a mestri, you want a rod bender, you want a painter, you get everywhere, all across the state in all villages. But is their skill level enough? How do I ensure that my building and other construction workers have a dignity of labor, and they have clear career path, they get better incomes, and they get continuously skilled and upskilled? How do I do this? Now, first thing we did was, we, skill development and training department and labor department, we came together. We said, let's identify which are the trades. Then we said, what are the kind of trades that I am training? Is this what the industry requires? Or am I training something which is outdated? So to our surprise and whatever you say, a shock, whatever, we are grossly outdated. We are spending money, huge money. We have training institutes. We have trainers, all my trainers are sitting behind. So what am I training? Anything. Some of the companies have come forward and set up stalls. I'm sure the rest will also be very eager to do that. But none of my training institutes are training the technologies that we have seen in the stalls. We have seen automatic systems. We have seen a pipe without any kind of joints. You can bend it right from the top floor up to the ground floor, water pipes. Many such technologies. When we say construction workers, it's not just a house construction worker. I'm talking about, huge road projects which are coming up, ports which are coming up. Any kind of construction worker, what is the safety mechanism that he has? We have workers, falling down from scaffolding, dying. Of course, there are welfare measures in place, but do we want that to happen? So training, skilling is it's a very comprehensive thing. So how do I deal with this one? Now the objective of today's workshop is, when we say construction, we have identified certain sectors. Today's workshop has got 2 venues. This is one venue. The second venue is in the second hall. And each session, there will be experts who will come and tell. We are very keen to listen, because this is the start of the journey. Now, some companies may be thinking it's a CSR activity. No, it's directly aligned with your core commercial activities. If you train people in your technologies and the market demands and you have people who can deal with that, I'll tell you one thing. One of the technologies recently I was trying in one of the projects I know. There are no technicians in Vijayawada. Believe me. We had to talk to the company, they had to get somebody from Hyderabad. If 2 states there are only 1 or 2 technicians, how is your product going to sell? If there is demand in the market, Credai or other real estate construction groups, big companies which have come here, they understand. From a common man who wants to build a house to big construction companies when they want to hire, where do they go for their skilled workers? I have nothing against people coming from other states. But when I have 20 lakh people here, how do I see that these people are properly trained? How do we come together? This clapping only when 2 hands come together. Government alone waving its hand doesn't do, or private sector alone doesn't do. Both of us have to come together. We have to start from the way, how do we train, what is the curriculum? From that stage, it has to be a continuous engagement. So my request to all the companies here is, it's a very good initiative. I appreciate Ganesh Garu for all the effort. The micro planning he has done, he has reached out to all the companies and also the labor department for supporting us. Now, each session, when you deliberate what are the technologies, how the skilling is happening at present, and what should be the curriculum, how should the training happen, your assessment of the present skill level, anything from plumbing to false ceiling to cladding, anything for that matter, even power cables, electricity, we have Suryagar. One of the major things is, the gentleman, Vice President from Asian Paints is here. Waterproofing is a big issue. The technologies are changing very fast, but my training schools don't. They have 4 training academies, is what he was telling me. But the government is not aware. How do I synergize these 2 things? How do I see that your trainers become part of the entire program? We are looking at quality infrastructure at scale, workforce at scale, not a niche one. So how do we address these things? It should be a win-win situation for both of us, for the industry, the government, and the employment seeking, the youth or the building and other construction workers. So this is the context mandate in which we have this workshop. The entire full day deliberations has been broken down into different discussion groups, and many experts are participating. So you know better than me about this sector well. Now the plan of the government is, we want to, in the next 6 months, all the districts will have National Academy of Construction buildings. The Labor Department has already agreed on this. Honorable Chief Minister asked us to construct these buildings. In next 6 months, we're going to have nice residential facilities in all the districts across the state. These are going to be the district training centers for BOC workers. This will be the basic skills, basic construction skills, be it electrical or be it the rod bending or even the cement kind of work. When we say the next medium level of skills, I have regional centers. One in Rajahmundry, one in Amaravati, one in Kadapa. There'll be the higher order of skills. The top skills, which could be niche, which you don't require in each district, that will be the state level center. The state level National Academy of Construction is also, it's going to be ready next couple of months. I request the companies, depending upon the need, to please get associated at the district level, at the regional level, and at the state level. Now, whatever infrastructure I have, if I invite a company to come and give me training, I am offering my office space to you. The NAC buildings that you have, any company probably good in your product may not be having training infrastructure, but I am willing to give my training infrastructure to you. Please come, start batches. We want the industry to train more than me doing the training. For example, big construction companies. If I say, if you want to train, let's say 5,000 construction workers as apprentice, please do it. Whatever I can support through budget, I will do. But the training should be from you. As far as possible, we want the training to be led by industry, together as a part of the overall skilling for BOC workers. And then this engagement should be a continuous one. Today's technology may not be relevant tomorrow. So how do I ensure that this engagement is continuous? How do I see that we come back again and again, see whether how the training is going on? And I would request wherever possible, this certification, if it can be joint certification, any company for that matter. The training curriculum you design, we are ready to align our curriculum as per your needs. You want a special module, fine. You want to train, it's okay. You want to do certification, it's fine. We in fact invite you for joint certification. Then apprentice, classroom training alone is not enough. How do these people get hands-on experience? So these are the various things which we are looking at in skilling. With this workshop, we want to create a nice document which will be a guiding book for us with clear timelines under each segment within the building and construction sector. So what is our plan of action? How do we take it forward? And how do I ensure that AP becomes the most reliable source of skilled workforce for building and other construction workers? Now I'm struggling with basics. Basics, when I say tile laying, how do I see that it's at least in a level? How do I see that there are spacers in between? You know, these are basic things. You go to any village or any town, you see that our construction workers are even struggling with some basic concepts because traditionally it's been an informal sector. We are doing a survey, part of Government of Andhra Pradesh comprehensive survey. You know, AP is the first state to do skill census. So under skill census project, this month I'll have data of each and every skilled person in the state. Not just BOCW, anything from tech to any kind of skill they have, their work experience, everything. We kind of triangulated about 26 databases and some missing fields. We went house to house and we've got the data. By this month end, we will be ready with the skill census data. And with this, I want to prompt. For every village, I have a village skill officer. Through village skill officer, I want to prompt all these workers, asking them, hey, there's a training program. Do you want to join? Or your skill level is this much. Do you want to upskill? There is an opportunity in Amravati. There's an opportunity in Visakhapatnam. Do you want to join? There's a big company offering you. So this Naipunyam portal, what it does is it reaches out to all my BOC workers. It keeps on sending alerts to them saying that this is what you are. You may be a plumber, you may be a painter, you may be an electrician, anything. These are the opportunities, these are the skilling opportunities, these are the reskilling opportunities. So that's the kind of platform we were able to build. With the basic work done and the foundation laid, now we want the engagement with the private companies. All the big companies, the industry leaders, the technology leaders. Let's start this journey together as a win-win situation from now onwards. I can assure you from the skill development and training department and NAC that you'll have our full cooperation. Whatever innovative method you have, whatever numbers, I'm looking at numbers at scale. Be it small, niche or a scale, whichever way we are open to any kind of association. But I look forward that this will go a long way in creating the desired workforce in Andhra Pradesh. Thank you very much for joining this one. Many of you have come from very far away places, so enjoy the hospitality. It's very hot outside, probably one of the hottest day in this season. So once again, thank you very much. Thank you for your patience. Thank you.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. ఇప్పుడు ఈనాటి కార్యక్రమ ముఖ్య అతిథి గౌరవనీయులైన కార్మిక శాఖ మాధ్యవర్యులు శ్రీ వాసంశెట్టి సుభాష్ గారిని వారి సందేశం అందజేయవలసిందిగా సాదరంగా ఆహ్వానిస్తున్నాం. లేడీస్ అండ్ జెంట్మెన్, పుట్ యువర్ హ్యాండ్స్ టుగెదర్ అండ్ వెల్కమ్ టుడేస్ చీఫ్ గెస్ట్ ఆనరబుల్ మినిస్టర్ ఫర్ లేబర్ టు అడ్రస్ ద గ్యాదరింగ్.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. వేదికపై ఉన్న ఐఏఎస్ కోన శశిధర్ గారికి, సెక్రటరీ గారు శేషగిరి బాబు గారికి, అలాగే కమిషనర్ గారికి, అందరం చంద్రుడి గారికి, అలాగే గుంటూరు కలెక్టర్ గారికి, సాయికాంత్ వర్మ గారికి, అలాగే ఐఏఎస్ గణేష్ కుమార్ గారికి, భవన నిర్మాణ కార్మికుల చైర్మన్ వలవల బాబ్జీ గారికి, గౌరవనీయులు, ప్రతినిధులు, అధికారులు, పరిశ్రమల ప్రతినిధులు, నాక్ సభ్యులు, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ స్కిల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ కార్పొరేషన్ ప్రతినిధులు, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ భవన మరియు ఇతర నిర్మాణ కార్మికుల సంక్షేమ బోర్డు సభ్యులు, నిర్మాణ రంగ నిపుణులు అందరికీ కూడా నా హృదయపూర్వక నమస్కారాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ, యువత నైపుణ్యాన్ని పెంచుతూ డిజిటల్ గవర్నెన్స్, ఆధునిక టెక్నాలజీని ప్రోత్సహిస్తూ పరిశ్రమల అభివృద్ధికి కట్టుబడి పనిచేస్తున్న శ్రీ నారా లోకేష్ గారి సారథ్యంలో ఈ నేషనల్ వర్క్షాప్ ఆన్ స్కిల్లింగ్ ఇన్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ టెక్నాలజీ నిర్వహించడం ఎంతో ఆనందంగా మరియు గర్వంగా ఉంది. రాష్ట్రాభివృద్ధి అంటే భవనాలు నిర్మించడం మాత్రమే కాదు, ఆ భవనాలు నిర్మించే కార్మికుడి యోగక్షేమాలు, వాళ్ళ స్కిల్లింగ్ ఇవ్వటం, వాళ్ళ జీవిత పరిణామాలు పెంచటం అనేది ప్రభుత్వం లక్ష్యంగా తీసుకుంది. అయితే గత ప్రభుత్వం ఎప్పుడూ కూడా వినాశనానికే తెరలేపింది తప్ప ఏ రోజు కూడా వాళ్ళ ఆలోచనలు స్పీడ్ ఆఫ్ క్లోజింగ్ బిజినెస్ వైపే ఉండేది. వాళ్ళ కమిషన్ల కోసం ఈ సంస్థలన్నిటిని కూడా ఇటు సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కంపెనీ నుంచి ఇటు అండర్వేర్ కంపెనీల వరకు కూడా ఈ రాష్ట్రం వదిలిపెట్టి పారిపోయే పరిస్థితులు తీసుకుని వచ్చాయి. ఒక పక్క పూర్తిగా వినాశనం వైపే వాళ్ళు చూస్తూ, మరి ఈ ప్రభుత్వం, ఈ మంచి ప్రభుత్వం వచ్చిన తర్వాత వికాసం అనేది మొదలైంది. ముఖ్యంగా భవన నిర్మాణ కార్మికులు జీవితాల్లో చెమ్మ చీకటి నెలకొంది 2019-24. వాళ్ళ సంక్షేమ పథకాలని 1214 మెమో ఇచ్చి పూర్తిగా రద్దు చేయటం, ఇసుకని బంగారంలాగా అమ్మటం, అదేవిధంగా వాళ్ళకి ఎక్కడ కూడా నైపుణ్యం అనేది, అంటే పూర్తిగా అమరావతి పనులు కానీ, పోలవరం పనులు కానీ, రహదారులు నిర్మించడం కానీ ఇవేమీ కూడా వాళ్ళు కనీసం అటువైపు తొంగు చూడలేదు. సో వాళ్ళు ఇంకా భవన నిర్మాణ కార్మికులతో పని లేదనుకున్నారు కాబట్టి వాళ్ళ సంక్షేమ పథకాల నుంచి వాళ్ళకి పని లేని దినాలు, అంటే సంవత్సరానికి కనీసం 45 రోజుల నుంచి 50 రోజులు కూడా పని లేని పరిస్థితి తీసుకుని వచ్చి వాళ్ళ జీవితాల్లో చెమ్మ చీకటి నెలకొల్పారు. దానికి భిన్నంగా మన ప్రభుత్వం వచ్చాక కార్మిక జీవితాల్లో నిజంగా చంద్రోదయం వచ్చిందని మనం చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. నిరంతర శ్రామికుడు, రాష్ట్ర ప్రథమ కార్మికుడు అయినటువంటి శ్రీ నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు, ఆయనకి కార్మికుడు కష్టాలు తెలుసు కాబట్టి ఈ మంచి ప్రభుత్వం వచ్చిన వెంటనే వాళ్ళ సంక్షేమ పథకాలన్నీ కూడా మరి ఈరోజు ఇవ్వటం జరుగుతూ ఉంది. అంతేకాకుండా తండ్రికి తగ్గ తనయుడిగా పేరు తెచ్చుకుంటూ రాష్ట్రాభివృద్ధి కోసం నిరంతరం పాటుపడుతున్న మన యువనేత శ్రీ నారా లోకేష్ గారు మరోవైపు చేసిన కృషి వల్ల రాష్ట్రానికి లక్షల కోట్ల పెట్టుబడులు వస్తూ ఉన్నాయి. జనరల్గా మనకి ఏ విషయమన్నా పూర్తిగా అవగాహన లేనప్పుడు మనం గూగుల్ సెర్చ్ని వెతుక్కుంటూ ఉంటాం. మరి ఆ గూగుల్ సెర్చే మన రాష్ట్రాన్ని వెతుక్కుంటూ రావడంలో మరి నారా లోకేష్ గారి పాత్ర ఎంతైనా ఉందని తెలియజేసుకుంటూ, అలాగే నిరంతరం వింటూ ఉన్నాం నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు 20 లక్షల ఉద్యోగాలు ఇస్తా అన్నారు, దాని గురించే మాట్లాడుతూ ఉన్నారు. అయితే మనం మాట్లాడుకోవాల్సింది ఆల్రెడీ 20 లక్షల మంది ఉన్న భవన నిర్మాణ కార్మికులు చేతి నిండా పని దొరికేలా చేశారు. అందులో ఏ విధమైన సందేహం లేదు. వస్తున్న పెట్టుబడులు కానీ, జరుగుతున్న అభివృద్ధి పనులు కానీ, ఇటు అమరావతిలో కానీ, ఇటు పోలవరం ప్రాజెక్టు కానీ, రాష్ట్రంలో గుంతల రహిత రోడ్లు కానీ, ఇవన్నిటి వల్ల భవన నిర్మాణ కార్మికులు చేతి నిండా పని దొరకటం, అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం వాళ్ళని చేతి నిండా పని దొరకటం ఒక ఎత్తు అయితే, కార్మికుల జీవితాల్లో ఉన్న స్థానం నుండి ఉన్నత స్థానానికి తీసుకెళ్లాలంటే వాళ్ళలో నైపుణ్యం అనేది పెంచాల్సి ఉంది అని భావించి మరి కార్మికులు నిరంతరం చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు చెప్తూ ఉంటారు, నాకు కావాల్సింది హార్డ్ వర్క్ కాదు స్మార్ట్ వర్క్ అని. మరి వాళ్ళలో నైపుణ్యాన్ని పెంచడానికి మారుతున్న టెక్నాలజీకి అనుగుణంగా వాళ్ళని కూడా స్కిల్ చేయాలనే ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశంతో వాళ్ళలో నైపుణ్యం అందించాలని వారిచ్చిన సలహాల మేరకు ఎన్నో స్కిల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ ప్రోగ్రాంలు మేము నిర్వహించడం జరుగుతూ ఉంది. అలాగే రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం కార్మిక సంక్షేమం మరియు నైపుణ్యాభివృద్ధికి అత్యంత ప్రాధాన్యత ఇస్తూ నాక్ సహకారంతో రాష్ట్ర వ్యాప్తంగా నిర్మాణ కార్మికులకు ప్రత్యేక నైపుణ్య శిక్షణ కార్యక్రమాలు నిర్వహించబడతా ఉన్నాయి. నేటి వర్క్షాప్లో పలు ప్రముఖ నిర్మాణ సంస్థలు, అలాగే ఆధునిక కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ టెక్నాలజీ, డిజిటల్ నిర్మాణ విధానాలు, ప్రీ ఫ్యాబ్రికేషన్ మోడల్స్, స్మార్ట్ మెటీరియల్స్, గ్రీన్ బిల్డింగ్ టెక్నాలజీలు మరియు భద్రతా పరికరాలను ప్రదర్శించడం అభినందనీయం. ఈ ప్రదర్శనలు నిర్మాణ రంగంలో సాంకేతిక పరిజ్ఞానం ఎంత వేగంగా అభివృద్ధి చెందుతుందో తెలియజేస్తున్నాయి. స్కిల్ ఇండియా మిషన్ లక్ష్యంగా అనుగుణంగా ఈ కార్యక్రమాలు అమలవుతూ ఉన్నాయి. అలాగే ఇంకా లేబర్ అడ్డాస్ విషయానికి వస్తే మరి చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు లేబర్ అడ్డాస్ గురించి వివరించిన వెంటనే ఇది 5 పైలట్ ప్రాజెక్టులు కాదు, సుమారు వెంటనే ఒక 20 నుంచి 25 పైలట్ ప్రాజెక్టుల కింద దీన్ని అమలు చేయమనటం. ముఖ్యంగా ఈ లేబర్ అడ్డాస్ ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశం కార్మికులకు ప్రభుత్వ సంక్షేమ పథకాలపై అవగాహన తీసుకురావటం, అలాగే రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ నమోదు చేయడం, ఈశ్రమ్ పోర్టల్ కానీ, అలాగే BOCW బోర్డు ఏర్పాటు సేవలు మరియు వాళ్ళకి నైపుణ్యాన్ని, వాళ్ళకి స్కిల్ ఇవ్వటం. ముఖ్యంగా మారుతున్న టెక్నాలజీని అనుగుణంగా వచ్చిన కొత్త పరికరాలని వాళ్ళు పని సులభతరం చేసుకోవడానికి ఆ పరికరాలను ఎలా ఉపయోగించుకోవాలనే దాని మీద స్కిల్ ఇవ్వటం, అలాగే వాళ్ళు ఉపాధి కోసం నడి రోడ్ల మీద ఎండనక వాననక నుంచోవడం మనం చూస్తూ ఉన్నాం. వాళ్ళకి ఒక షెల్టర్ ఇవ్వటం, వాళ్ళకి భద్రత కల్పించడం, పూర్తిగా వాళ్ళకి పని దినాలు పెరిగే విధంగా, అలాగే ఉపాధి కల్పించే విధంగా ఈ లేబర్ అడ్డాస్ ఉపయోగపడతాయి. దాన్ని ఉపయోగించుకోవాలి. దాని రాష్ట్రం అంతటా కూడా మనం వెంటనే ఈ లేబర్ అడ్డాస్ అనేది నిర్మించాలని చెప్పి గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి వర్యులు నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు ఆదేశించడం జరిగింది. ఈరోజు అవగాహన ఒప్పందాలు MOUs కుదుర్చుకుంటున్న అన్ని పరిశ్రమ భాగస్వాములు మరియు సంస్థలని అభినందిస్తూ ఉన్నాను. కార్మిక శక్తి దేశాభివృద్ధి మూలస్తంభం. ఆ శక్తి నైపుణ్యం జోడిస్తేనే పరిశ్రమలు అభివృద్ధి చెందుతాయి అనే దృక్పథంతో ప్రభుత్వం ముందుకు సాగుతూ ఉంది. అలాగే కార్మిక శాఖలో ఇటు సంఘటిత అటు అసంఘటిత కార్మికులు ఉంటారు. ఈ సంఘటిత కార్మికులు ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళ జీవితాల్లో వెలుగు నింపడానికి ESI డిపార్ట్మెంట్లో గత ప్రభుత్వం గత 5 సంవత్సరాలు ఒక ఇటుకు కానీ గుప్పుడు ఇసుకు కానీ వేసిన వైనం లేదు. వాళ్ళ భద్రత విషయంలో కానీ వాళ్ళ ఆరోగ్యం విషయంలో కానీ గత ప్రభుత్వానికి చిత్తశుద్ధి లేదు. అయితే ఈ మంచి ప్రభుత్వం వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఈ సేఫ్టీ ఆఫీసర్ స్కిల్ ఇవ్వడం కోసం అనేక యూనివర్సిటీస్తో MOU చేసుకోవటం, అలాగే సుమారు 6 ESI హాస్పిటల్స్, అలాగే 50 మెడికల్ సీట్లు, మెడికల్ కాలేజ్ ESI మెడికల్ కాలేజ్ కూడా వైజాగ్లో మనం సూచనప్రాయంగా కేంద్రం నుంచి ఆమోదం తెలపడం జరిగింది. అలాగే ఇటు భవన నిర్మాణ కార్మికుల్లో సుమారు వాళ్ళకి ఎంత అశ్రద్ధ అంటే గత ప్రభుత్వం ఏదైతే సెస్ అమౌంట్ ఉందో ఆ సెస్ అమౌంట్ 2019-24 సంవత్సరంలో 2574 కోట్లు వసూలు చేస్తే కనీసం స్కిల్ కోసం 10% వాడవలసిన పరిస్థితి అక్కడ ఉంటే ఒక్క 1% కూడా అంటే ₹1 కూడా ఖర్చు పెట్టిన వైను స్కిల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ గురించి. ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళ జీవితాలను నాశనం చేసాం, వాళ్ళు పని మనకు లేదు, అభివృద్ధి పనుల పట్ల మనకి చిత్తశుద్ధి లేదనే భావంతో ఈ స్కిల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ ప్రోగ్రాం కోసం కనీసం 257 కోట్లు ఖర్చు పెట్టవలసి ఉంటే ₹1 కూడా ఖర్చు పెట్టిన వైనం. ఈ మంచి ప్రభుత్వం వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఈ 2 సంవత్సరాల్లో సుమారు 250 కోట్లు రూపాయలు ఈ స్కిల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ గురించి మరి స్కిల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ కూడా మనం ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్తున్నాం 250 కోట్లతో. అలాగే ఇంకా అసంఘటిత కార్మికులు ఉన్నారు. అసంఘటిత కార్మికులకు కూడా కొత్త లేబర్ కోడ్స్ అనుగుణంగా అనార్గనైజ్డ్ వెల్ఫేర్ బోర్డు అనేది పెట్టండి 4 ఎమ్మెల్యేలతోని మిగతా సభ్యులతోని. అది కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం నిధులు ఇస్తుంది, రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం కూడా కొన్ని నిధులు ఇస్తూ సిఎస్ఆర్ ఫండ్స్ కూడా ఉపయోగించుకోవచ్చు అనేది తెలియజేయడం జరిగింది. అంటే ఇంట్లో పనిచేసేవారు కానీ అలాగే రకరకాల చిరు వ్యాపారులు పళ్ళు అమ్ముకునేవారు కానీ వీళ్ళందరికీ కూడా భవిష్యత్తులో వాళ్ళకు కూడా సంక్షేమ పథకాలు ఇవ్వడానికి వాళ్ళ జీవితంలో వెలుగులు నింపడానికి కొత్త లేబర్ కోడ్స్ ఉపయోగపడతాయని తెలియజేసుకుంటూ ఏదేమన్నప్పటికీ ఈరోజు అవగాహన ఒప్పందాలు కుదుర్చుకోవడానికి ఎంఓయూలు కుదుర్చుకోవడానికి వచ్చిన అన్ని పరిశ్రమ భాగస్వాములకి మరియు సంస్థలకు అభినందిస్తూ అందరికీ పేరు పేరున నా నమస్కారాలు. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. అద్భుతమైన సందేశం ద్వారా అందరిలోనూ స్ఫూర్తిని నింపినటువంటి నాటి కార్యక్రమ ముఖ్య అతిథి ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్ర కార్మిక శాఖ మంత్రివర్యులు శ్రీ వాసంశెట్టి సుభాష్ గారికి హృదయపూర్వక ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తూ, లేడీస్ అండ్ జెంటిల్మెన్, we now move to the key highlight of today's program, the exchange of memorandums of understanding. Among these, the most significant milestone in the signing of MOUs for the establishment of centers of excellence at Amaravati in collaboration with leading industry partners. These partnerships represent a strong commitment towards building industry-aligned, future-ready skilling infrastructure. And now request the delegates on the dais to kindly rise for the exchange of memorandums. May I now request the representative from Saint Gobain India Private Limited, Dr. Dharmik Vaishnav, Head of Project Skilling, who is partnering to establish a center of excellence, along with Emmanuel Garu, to please come on to the dais for the exchange of memorandum of understanding. Saint Gobain India Private Limited తరపు నుంచి డాక్టర్ ధార్మిక్ వైష్ణవ్, అదేవిధంగా ఇమాన్యుయల్ గారు, partnering to establish a center of excellence at Amaravati. Thank you, sir. I now request the representative from Ultratech Cement Limited, E.R. Panos P. John, along with Suresh Garu, to please come forward for the excellence of Center of Excellence at Amaravati. Ultratech Cement Limited, E.R. Panos P. John and Suresh Garu, the Journal Head Technical South, who is partnering to establish a Center of Excellence at Amaravati. Next, I request the representative from Godrej and Boys, Mr. B. Manohar Garu, Head Training, who is the partnering to establish a Center of Excellence, to kindly come forward for the exchange of the Memorandum of Understanding. And also Mohan Garu, Godrej and Boys, Mr. B. Manohar Garu and Mohan Garu. The next I request the representative from Daikin India Private Limited, Mr. Murali Janaki Raman Garu and K. Ganesh Rao Garu. The Regional Service South Head and GM Branch Operations Head Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, who is partnering to establish a center of excellence, is exchanging the memorandum of understanding. And I request the representative from Asian Paints Limited, Mr. Amit Kumar Singh, Vice President and Group Head, Corporate Affairs and CSR, who is partnering to support with equipment support, TOT and placement support to kindly exchange the memorandum of understanding. Ladies and gentlemen, we now proceed to the next set of MOU exchanges. In this section, I invite a group of esteemed industry partners who are collaborating across key areas such as equipment supports, training of trainers, placement support, curriculum enhancement and training initiatives. ఇప్పుడు టీమ్ వైస్ పిలుస్తామండి, గ్రూప్ వైస్ పిలుస్తాం. దయచేసి పిలువబడిన పేర్లందరూ కూడా ఒక గ్రూప్గా రావాల్సిందిగా అభ్యర్థన. And the first, I invite Dr. PNSV Narasimham Garu, the President and Head of Group Cient Limited, to please come on to the dais. And also Dr. Panduranga Rao Garu, CEO and Managing Partner of Ligong SVE. And Aditya Soma Garu, Executive Director, Madhura Engineering Private Limited. Sangaram Garu, Head Training, Virgin India Private Limited. And Raja Pradeep Garu, Managing Director and CEO, Best Group of Companies. And Aditya Vinakota, Managing Director, Andhra Engineering Private Limited. Accountable Manager Dr. K. Ramesh Kumar Garu, Vayu Drone Academy Private Limited. Andhra Pradesh Divisional Head Anjaneya Varaprasad Garu, Berger Paints. And Altaf Shah Garu, Lead Painter Engagement Head, Birla White. And Chakravarti Pantham, from National Training Manager from Bosch. I now request the representatives from the following organizations to please come forward and exchange the MOUs. Now I request the representative from the second batch, Harshi Mitra Garu, Head Manager Training, Clues India Private Limited. I request all the dignitaries to please come from the left side of the dais and exit from the right side of the dais. Please, please, please. That way, please. Right. The next team, Harshi Mitra, Head Manager Training, Clues India Private Limited. B.N. Rao, Director, Infrastructure Skill Development Academy. Colonel Anand Kumar Singh, Chief Executive Officer, Safety Skill Development Foundation. Sri M. Kiran Kumar, Head South Viega. Deepak Sharma, Head CSTI, Larsen and Turbo. And Dr. Gontina Madhuri, Treasurer ICI Vizag, Indian Concrete Institute, Vizag Center. G. Mohan Murari, AGM HR and Admin, Blue Star Climatic Limited. And Anil Bopana, Director, BSR Infrastructure. Mohan Rao GSR, President Kradai. And P. Ravinder, Karam Safety Private Limited, Lead Territory Manager. All the representatives from the following organizations to please kindly come forward for the exchange of memorandum of understandings. And now I call upon batch 3 onto the dais. Shri P. Kiran Kumar Garu, Vice President, NAREDCO. Shri M. Trinath Garu, General Manager, Navayuga Engineering Company Limited. And also the representatives from BAI and Greenco. Builders Association of India and Greenco. Shri B. Partha, Vice President, RVR Projects Limited. Shri N. M. Siddiq, Manager, Sobha Developers. Dr. P. Chinnapulaya, AVP, Star Trek Infra Services Private Limited. And also Chaitanya Prakash K. from Team Tech from Work Solution Private Limited, Director Operations. Sri K. Naveen Kumar, Managing Director, Home Decor. D. Venkata Sanyasaraju Garu, General Manager, Vox Interior and Exterior Solutions Private Limited. Rivanshika Gazmar, Senior Manager, National Solar Energy Federation of India. N.N. Sinha IAS, Retired Managing Director, Rodic Digital and Advisory. H.R. Johnson's and also from Birla representatives. I request all the representatives from the following organizations to kindly come forward for the exchange of Memorandum of Understanding. అండ్ దయచేసి టైం మనకి చాలా తక్కువ ఉంది, ఇంకా బ్యాచెస్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి దయచేసి అన్యదా భావించకుండా ప్రీవియస్ బ్యాచ్ వాళ్ళు స్టేజ్ ఖాళీ చేయవలసిందిగా అభ్యర్థన. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. నౌ ఐ రిక్వెస్ట్ ద థర్డ్ బ్యాచ్, సీనియర్ డైరెక్టర్ హెడ్ సిఎస్ఆర్ కృష్ణమోహన్ దేవి గారు, సిఎన్ ఫౌండేషన్, అండ్ డి నరసింహరావు గారు, ఎండి అండ్ సిఇఓ, డిఎన్ఆర్ సర్వీస్, హైదరాబాద్. Dara Bhaskar Garu, HR Johnson India, Head of Andhra Pradesh. Sri K. Siva Garu, Managing Training, Kamundhenu Paints. Sri Sanjeev Chube Garu, National Manager, Channel Service Embellment of My Homes UPVC, WPC. And also Alpana Tomri, Head Trainee of Core EHS. Sri Anjaneyal Garu, Managing Partner, AR Electricals. Galla Chandra Garu, Managing Trainee, Buttfeed Electrical Solutions Private Limited. I request all the representatives to kindly come forward for the exchange of Memorandums of Understanding. HR Aviation Research and Development, P. Leela Prasanna Garu, Siri Builders, and also N. Dikshit Reddy Garu, Head Andhra Pradesh, Grindwell North Limited. Managing Director, C. H. Siddharth Reddy Garu, Qualisys Engineering Labs. So here comes the next batch. P. Leela Prasanna, Founder and CEO, HR Aviation Research and Development. Sri N. Dikshit Reddy, Head Andhra Pradesh, Grindwell North Limited. C. H. Siddharth Reddy, Managing Director, Qualisys Engineering Labs. M. Sai Pranav, Director, Sri Spectrum Instruments. K. Naresh Kumar, Managing Director, SWAT G Enterprises. P. Nagendra Babu, Manager, Blue Ocean Personal Allied Services. N.V. Subbarao, Managing Partner, Masters Constructions. Matta Santosh Chandan, Manager, Technical, Geocon Services Private Limited. And Naveen Chowdhury, Managing Director, Naveen Survey and Constructions. R. Reha Babu, Director. This is the last batch, sir. R. Reha Babu, Director, Srinivas Edifice Private Limited. This is the last batch for this MOU exchange. Rehababu Director, Srinivas Edifice Private Limited. CH Vinay Kumar, Managing Director, Benchmarks Engineering and Constructions. D. Rajesh, BDM, Growtree Global Services India. M. Vijay Nirmala, Managing Director, MRK Geometrics. N. Ravishankar, CD Manager, RBS Quality Certificate Private Limited. YV Ramana Rao, Managing Partner, Sri Builders and Developers. Chaitanya Verma, Director, SLV Group. Dilip Kumar Komati, Director, Sunita Corporation LLP. M. Vamsidhar, Proprietor, Aidhiya Trading Company. Manager, Sridhar, Sujala Pipes Private Limited. Vemula Murali Krishna, Manager, HR Talent Solutions Private Limited. Rambabu Paravastu, CSO Greenco Group. G. Rajagopal Reddy, Manager, GRI Power Gate Towers India. Kesani Sai Kumar, Head Training, High Tech Solutions Technologies, Solar Solutions. And Shanmukha Reddy, Manager, Quest. Rehababu, Director, Centla EV Produce. And M. Narsimha Reddy, Shirdi Sai Electrical Senior Manager, HR and Admin. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. ఈనాటి కార్యక్రమానికి విచ్చేసినటువంటి అతిథులను సత్కరించవలసిందిగా కమిషనర్ ఆఫ్ స్కిల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ అండ్ ట్రైనింగ్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ శ్రీ జి గణేష్ కుమార్ ఐఏఎస్ గారిని అభ్యర్థిస్తున్నాం. First, I now request Commissioner of SDNT Government of Andhra Pradesh, Sri G. Ganesh Kumar IAS, to kindly honor today's chief guest, and Honorable Minister for Labour, Sri Vasam Setti Subhash Garu. And now I request Ganesh Kumar Garu to honor the Chairman of Andhra Pradesh Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Board, Sri Vallavala Mallikarjun Rao Garu. And also now I request Ganesh Kumar Garu to honor Secretary HRD, Sri Kona Sesdar IAS Sir. Now I request Ganesh Kumar IAS Sir to honor the Secretary Ministry of Labour, Sri Seshagiri Baba IAS Sir. Now I request Ganesh Kumar Sir to honor the Commissioner for Ministry of Labour, Sri Gandham Chandrudu IAS Sir. And also the Commissioner of Skill Development and Training, Sri G. Ganesh Kumar IAS Garki. Thank you, sir. Builders Association of India, AP Chairman Garu, ఈనాటి కార్యక్రమ ముఖ్య అతిథి కార్మిక శాఖ మాత్యవర్యులను సత్కరిస్తారు. Builders Association of India, Andhra Pradesh Chairman, ఈనాటి కార్యక్రమ ముఖ్య అతిథి I now request the Commissioner of Labour Department, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Gandham Chandrudu Garu, to please come forward and propose the words of gratitude. I request everyone to kindly be seated in your respective positions, please.
I thank Honorable Minister Sri Nara Lokesh Garu, though he is not present with us physically, but all his guidance and motivation can be seen in this workshop. I thank Honorable LFB and IMS Minister Sri Vasamsetti Subhas Garu with his overall guidance and making this wonderful program to happen. I thank Principal Secretary HRD Department Sri Kona Shashidhar Garu for his constant support and guidance and ensuring that such a wonderful program to take place in Amaravati on skilling and in construction technologies, and also the excellent context setting for today's workshop. I thank Secretary LFB and IMS Sri Sheshagiri Babu Garu for his constant guidance and ensuring all support for this wonderful program to take place. I thank Honorable Chairperson, Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Board, Sri Valavala Mallikarjun Rao Garu, Valavala Babji Garu, for his excellent support in ensuring this program happens. I thank Collector and District Magistrate, Sri Saikant Varma Garu, for his gracious presence and support. I thank MD Skill Development and also DG NAC, Sri Ganesh Kumar Garu, for his tireless efforts and minute planning in ensuring this entire skilling and construction technologies is put in place. Without his efforts, this would not have been such a wonderful program. I thank all the construction and other companies, their senior representatives who are present here. Thank you for taking your time and spending your efforts in coming here. There are more than 124 senior representatives. I thank each one of them for your presence and your participation here. I thank all other senior officials who are present here, who have worked behind the scenes to ensure this success of this program. And I thank the media friends. I thank all other people who are present. And not last but not the least, I thank Master of Ceremonies for his wonderful conduct of this entire program right from beginning till now and to the ensuing program. I thank all of you for your presence, participation, and taking your time and coming over here. I wish an excellent deliberations throughout the day. We will be present and love to hear all of you and learn new technologies and new methods. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for extending the words of gratitude. Ladies and gentlemen, I now request everyone to kindly be seated. Even the voluntary staff who are standing here and all the staff, everyone. ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కూర్చోవాల్సిందిగా అభ్యర్థన. Nobody is allowed to stand because we are starting our panel discussion. దయచేసి సపోర్టింగ్ స్టాఫ్ కూడా ఎవరు నిలబడొద్దు, అందరూ కూడా కూర్చోవాలి ప్లీజ్, everyone. So we'll begin with this panel session. Pahla I request everyone to kindly be seated. దయచేసి స్టేజ్ కి ఇరువైపులా కూడా ఎవరు నిల్చోవద్దు, దయచేసి అందరూ కూర్చోవలసిందిగా అభ్యర్థన, everyone. Right. So distinguished dignitaries, esteemed experts and participants, we now move to our first panel discussion of the day in the Hall 1 on the theme, Foundation and Building Core Structure from Foundations to High Performance Structures, Workforce Readiness for Modern Building Core Systems. It's my privilege to invite our distinguished panelists for this session. Right, we have 4 esteemed panelists for this sessions. One is Deepak Sharma sir, and Punos John sir, Eldo Varghese sir, and Dr. Satish Kumar Garu. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite the first panelist, the Head Construction Skills L&T Construction, Sri Deepak Sharma Garu. He is a senior professional with over 29 years of experience, spanning project execution and skill development, heads of CSTI L&T with a focus on training governance, curriculum design and workforce development, has led large-scale initiatives training over 70,000 workmen across India. Put your hands together and welcome the panelist, Deepak Sharma Garu. And now the next panelist, the Journal Head of South Technical Ultratech Cement, Punos John Garu, a civil engineer with over 32 years of experience in technical services and construction materials, holds extensive leadership experience across reputed organizations, driving operational excellence and growth, recognized for his strategic approach to customer engagement and business development. He is Punos John Garu. And the next panelist, the Chairman and Managing Director, Team Tech Formwork Solutions Limited, Eldo Verghese, an industry leader with 30 years of experience in the framework sector, former country head for a European formwork company across India and Bahrain, a CMA and an MBA. He specializes in engineered framework solutions and organizational leadership. And now I invite the academician, Professor and Dean, NICMAR University of Construction, Dr. Satish Kumar Garu. He is an academic and industry expert with over 34 years of experience in construction and education, holds advanced degrees in civil engineering, including a PhD with contributions in research and consultancy, recipient of multiple academic excellence and research award from NICMAR. We are also privileged to have with us the moderator for today's session, Mr. Madhavan Garu is a partner at KPMG and Quality and Assurance Lead with over 20 years of experience. He brings extensive enterprise in quality systems, assurance frameworks, and process excellence, offering a strong perspective on performance, compliance, and operational standards. With that, I now request the moderator to kindly take over the proceedings and lead this discussion. And also, simultaneous గా హాల్ 2లో ప్యానల్ 2 స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. దయచేసి ప్యానల్ 2కి సంబంధించిన వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా హాల్ 2కి వెళ్ళవలసిందిగా అభ్యర్థన. ప్యానల్ 2కి సంబంధించిన వాళ్ళందరూ హాల్ 2కి వెళ్ళవలసిందిగా అభ్యర్థన. ప్యానల్ 2 ఇస్ ఆఫ్ ప్లంబింగ్. ప్లంబింగ్కి సంబంధించి ప్లంబింగ్ స్కిల్స్ ఫర్ రెసిలియంట్ ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీడే యూటిలిటీ. అండ్ ప్యానల్ 2కి సంబంధించినటువంటి ప్యానలిస్ట్ హాల్ 2 ప్యానల్ 1కి సంబంధించినటువంటి ప్యానలిస్ట్ అశోక్ కుమార్ గారు, స్టేట్ హెడ్ విఏగా. ప్యానలిస్ట్ JNTU కాకినాడ ప్రొఫెసర్ వేము శ్రీనివాసులు గారు, స్టేట్ హెడ్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ అండ్ తెలంగాణ ఫినోలెక్స్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్ లిమిటెడ్ ఎస్ శ్రీహరిరావు గారు, అసిస్టెంట్ ప్రొఫెసర్ శ్రీకృష్ణదేవరాయ యూనివర్సిటీ డాక్టర్ బి రాజేష్ బాబు గారు, అండ్ డైరెక్టర్ E&S KPMG మిస్ సౌమ్య వేలయుధం గారు. వీరు ప్లంబింగ్కి సంబంధించిన ప్యానల్ డిస్కషన్ హాల్ 2లో జరుగుతుంది. సో దానికి సంబంధించిన వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా హాల్ 2కి వెళ్ళవలసిందిగా అభ్యర్థన. సో వీ హ్యావ్ ఇన్ ద హాల్ 1 ప్యానల్ 1 సెషన్, ద సెషన్ ఆన్ ఫౌండేషన్స్ అండ్ బిల్డింగ్ కోర్ స్ట్రక్చర్. I now request the moderator, Mr. Madhavan Garu, to kindly take over the proceedings and lead this discussion of the panel. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to all the panelists. There seems to be more than 100 years of experience in terms of the construction sector here and what is changing. What was also laid out in the morning very clearly is whenever we talk about construction sectors, we talk about mega projects, high-rise towers, something that we can really see for in the construction sector. But what's extremely important when we see those tall towers is also how strong the foundation is. It is a privilege to really moderate this panel where we are going to talk about, one, what is a foundation in the construction sector. Two, with all the changes that has been spoken about, either in terms of the construction technology, or the rapid development that is being seen, the core seems to be in terms of the people and skills. So I talk about two foundations here. One is with respect to the people who is going to be rightfully skilled to use the technologies for the economic growth. I think that sets the objective and context for the panelists in terms of rapidly changing environment. We will talk about foundational technologies, what is emerging in this space, and how can we use human resources with the right skills. for this changing world. So we will anchor the discussion along this. So I will request each of the panelists, we'll break this section into 2-3 parts. One is, what is the big change that is happening in the construction sector? Each one of the panelists coming from a unique point in terms of looking at it, either in the construction field or in the cement or the materials that are going to be in there, or the fabrication that is happening, and from the academics. So the first question will be, what is the big change that you are seeing in your space that requires unique skill set? Why is it not the same anymore? And where are you seeing skill sets that are emerging in the space? I'll go across the panelist. The question is more, please guide us in terms of emerging areas, new skill sets that is required in the construction space and in the foundation space. So I'll start with Mr. Deepak, if you would want to kind of take on this question.
Thank you, sir. First of all, good morning to all of you. And thank you for giving this opportunity to me. Yeah, you know that Secretary sir also set the context that the construction projects are really facing the crisis of skilled workmen. And I'm from L&T, so we have across India around 10 institute, construction skill training institute. But right now we are facing the youth who are interested to take the training. And training is also it is only the attendance base, not only the skill base or assessment base. But we want to change it, that it is not only the attendance base or the labor availability. We want to convert or shift this according to capability of workmen, so that from the right day, first day, the workman going to project site, he can work with skill set, safety, quality, productivity, these kind of parameters, he can fulfill all that, and he can perform the first day onwards. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, in your view, kind of because from a site construction perspective and the kind of skilled workers required, which type of skills will be needed in a larger scale? Because one of the things that we heard is more number of projects are going to happen. Yes. There is building construction workers of 18 lakh people. So with large constructions that is coming in, which skill roles will become more prominent in the near future in the sites? So if you can help us understand 2-3 roles that is going to have a change and it is needed much for AP, that will be really helpful.
Yeah, mainly the 3-4 roles are the important. First job role is the shuttering carpenter, bar vendor, concrete mason. This kind of role means required at every project of construction. And other finishing roles like plumbing, sanitary, tiling, this kind of need more required. Other from modern technology like surveying or tunnel engineering, it is required.
Thank you, sir. So I will just go to Mr. John. Sir, looking at while he was saying in terms of emerging job roles, some of the basics, some of them are in the advanced spaces. How do you see this coming in from cement and use of changes with respect to ready-made availability of mixers that are happening here? What kind of new skills that you are seeing in your segment in this space?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And good afternoon, everybody. I am from Ultratech Cement. So the right question has been posed to me actually. Now, when we speak about our products actually, so the core remains cement. And we have been talking about cement to the workman for decades now. Even then, we feel the understanding of the right type of cement for the right type of application is still not there. That's the understanding now. You have ordinary Portland cement, then you have blended cement. Within blended cements, you have 2-3 types of cement. That itself is not there. Of late, we have started coming out with advanced products for tiling and waterproofing. Now, these products actually has to be understood to be applied properly. So there, the big gap is coming. Till now, for tiling work, it was a conventional mortar which went in, cement and sand together. Now, with all these tile adhesives coming in, the essential parameters of these products and how they have to be used is not there. In terms of waterproofing, when we say both integral and preventive, integral, you require some basic knowledge about the product, but for preventive, you have to have a sufficient knowledge on the application of these products. Otherwise, you'll not be able to take care of the pain point of the customer on the waterproofing front. So these are the areas where we feel a lot of work needs to be done. As I said, starting from cement itself, cement, and then this new age products of tile adhesives and waterproofing. A lot of knowledge needs to be given to the workman. And as Secretary HRD addressed in his speech, he did speak about how does the workman get his skills from. He gets it from legacy, he gets it from his elders in the fraternity. And certain things that he learns, he keeps on repeating that, and he feels that's the right way to do the work actually. So reskilling on that is very, very important actually. So it's, I take his words only, it's skilling, upskilling and reskilling that needs to be addressed to. Thank you.
So that it's about the knowledge, new knowledge that needs to be, kind of upskilled, reskilled, and also to the existing workforce. Is there any new roles that are emerging, sir, in this space of people who understand these new mixes and they are able to apply it better, or it is the existing roles in which you are thinking that new form of training skills that need to come in, just to understand that?
Yeah, so just to reinforce that, I touched upon 2 points. It's not only new role, new skills actually. I even said that the material which has already been there in usage like cement, the correct application of that needs to be understood actually. And the new materials which are coming in, the tile adhesives and waterproofing thing, if this mason who is not into tiling or who does tiling with conventional mortar needs to be trained on these adhesives, special training has to be given to him. So that is where we find key, and if that gives him a better avenue to earn. Also, in his own village where he has been doing a conventional work, he's able to, these materials are available, the advanced materials are available, he's able to use it and bring for himself, his productivity increases, and it's good for the individual house builder also.
Understood, sir, understood. So a lot of changes with respect to materials, adhesives, styling, and the way the application is there. You are saying a lot more of skill enhancement needs to happen there, upskilling or reskilling in those areas needs to come in from the materials.
Absolutely right.
Let me just also invite Mr. Eldo Varghese and try and shift the conversation a little bit towards the formworks, because that is another area where, again, changes are happening. How do you see it, changes, and what are, is it new skills that are coming in, or probably new ways of putting things for people where they can be upskilled, reskilled? How do you see, sir, from a formworks and others?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Madhavan. We are from the field of formwork. Now, our role is actually an integrator's role. So what Mr. Punnus was saying, they are bringing out new technologies, new mix, new grades in the concrete. So that gives certain kind of pressure to the formwork. It is not like our traditional scenario. Now the pumping speed has improved a lot. So we really need to have strong molds to form the shape, right? And Deepakji was saying there is a lack of skilled labor, particularly in shuttering carpenters, you say. There are no carpenters anymore. It's all going to be technicians in that particular field. So we have to bring in technology and convert these skills into a technician's role rather than keeping them as a carpentry skill. So there are no more carpenters to be there. Carpenter's son is no more a carpenter. It's probably an engineer. That's the transition that we are making. So our role is to make that form very easy to use, and how fast it can be erected, how easily they can handle it, whether it will take appropriate load from the concreting mix they are giving and the speed that they are pouring in. So both the upskilling is required, definitely upskilling is required, and we really need to create a certain change in the role itself. That's what I feel.
So it is more new roles because you are saying that one, material changes, technology changes, and the way they are applying is changing. So the old way of nomenclature of calling a carpenter might still not be there. It is becoming more technician roles, the usage roles that is happening in the formworks, and very closely tied with how others are working because it's more an integrator role in terms of looking at it.
Exactly.
So let me also, kind of call my other panelist, Dr. Satish. Sir, how do you see this space evolving? Because you have, whether it's a building information management or the systems that are evolving where integrated things are coming into place. Is the curriculum or the way new curriculum is getting built in, how is it really addressing the evolving needs? And where should the focus be, and how are we taking these inputs?
Thank you, sir. Thank you all. Hello. Yeah. Good afternoon to all of you. Myself, Dr. Satish. I'll be talking about the skilling which is required as far as the engineers and the workforce is concerned. What is the new technology that we are going to talk about? I fully agree with my fellow panel members, respected panel members over here, who talked about the materials, who talked about the construction technology, you talked about the formworks, etc., and all. Any construction which is going to happen, even if it is a good material, 100% quality material, if the workmanship is bad, the construction will not be having that much quality. Here we are talking about the skilling of the mason. Here we are talking about the skill which is required for a plumber. Here we are talking about the skill which is required for a formwork engineer. If the workmanship is bad, if you don't know what is the purpose he is doing, the entire quality will go bad. Simple example. Suppose we are pumping the concrete. The workman who is working over there must know from what height he should pump. Otherwise, if he is pumping erratically, then the concrete will lose its quality and segregation will happen and the entire quality of the concrete will go out. Suppose we are doing the bar bending, as well as the bar benders are concerned, they must know what is the need of the top reinforcement as far as the slab is concerned. If they don't know what is the need of that particular top reinforcement, they will be tying just like a bottom reinforcement, and the entire reinforcement structure will go out and results in the bad quality of the concrete. As such, I am dealing with the core engineers, civil, electrical, and mechanical engineers. A little bit I want to talk about that one also. Any engineering which is coming out now, the maximum will be only IT engineers we can see. Any colleges we are having only 15 to 20 seats in the core engineers and all. So what evolvement we must have in this particular sector? They must know about the modern technology of construction. They must know about the sustainable construction. They must know some knowledge about the building information modeling. And that is how not only a technical expert is coming out, he must be able to manage the project, because an engineer is going into the site to manage a project. As far as the workforce is concerned, they must know, like my respected panel member has told, what type of cement we have to use for what type of circumstances. In Hyderabad, we can use for ordinary Portland cement. In Vijayawada, we have to go for, since it is a humid atmosphere, we have to go for Portland Barcelona cement. And this type of knowledge must be there for the workman who is working there in the construction industry, and why we are opting for this type of modern technologies and all. As such, safety is the most important aspect. Sir has told about that one. Now, the new technology which is coming out, IoT in construction, it is not only going to be a software engineer who is going to learn IoT, building information modeling, as such, etc., and all. It is the core engineers who will be learning all these things, and they will be implementing in that particular project. And that is what it is happening, sir. Modern methods of construction, modern technologies are coming up now, and all these things will enhance the future of a core engineer. So all these things we have to take it up when we talk about the skilling and upskilling and reskilling of the workforce.
Sir, it's good to see a common consensus in terms of there is a need to redefine the role, bring in newer practices, newer knowledge into workmanship to improve quality. That is something that is commonly coming across all the four segments. Let me also try and ask you from an industry perspective first. Again, I will just go in the same order to ask you, what is the expectation from this workmanship? Because one is to say these need to come inside. Today also there are projects that are happening. In two places, the expectations are set. One when they are not kind of formally getting trained in an academy. Second, when they are formally working in a project. So I just want to take an industry's perspective, because what is the expectation of a skilled workforce, and how do you define what is good skill? Because secretaries are also mentioning there is informal way of training people, and then there are recognition of prior learning. Yeah, this person is good, is something that the industry is saying. And will that become the standard? So I just want to understand in today's context, in this changing way, where is this formal skills coming from, and how are you recognizing that in terms of looking at it from an industry perspective?
Yeah, for the industry perspective, the industry actually required the first day the workman reached to site, he can perform the work as per the skill set required. With the, in terms of safety, quality, productivity, these are the three parameters which is required in construction very much. And in the skill training, we have to revise our course curriculum regularly, and the course curriculum designed in such a way that the theoretical part maximum 10 to 15%, and the rest 80 to 85% only the practice. Suppose in form work we are teaching them one exercise, that exercise should be completed in respect of safety, productivity, quality, minimum 5 times in his training duration, so that at the first day when he go to site, he can perform from the first day in all respect with the productivity. Thank you.
So it's like you're saying 80% is more in terms of hands-on learning that needs to be there, repeated, and ability to really look at quality of it, productivity part of it, and kind of doing it in a timely manner. That is one. I just want to kind of understand from the other two panelists also. If you look at the Siemens and mixers, is it more knowledge, theoretical grounding, conceptual knowledge and application, or you think that the existing people, existing workforce, are they more practice driven, and hence the skills need to be recognized that way?
Absolutely right. It should be, for the workman that we are talking about, it should be more about hands-on training actually. So he has already been doing it. He got it from his, as a part of legacy. He needs to be told as to what is the quality expectations and how he can get it, and then how he needs to work safely at the site, give a good workmanship, because most of these products are not the end products. A cement needs to be converted to concrete. You need to apply the waterproofing compounds properly to get the advantages out of it. So, and he's already doing it. So he needs to be, it has to be a hands-on training. You were speaking about mixes actually. He has to be told that the quantity of cement that he is using, he can do much more rationalization on that actually. So all those things is possible, and it has to be a hands-on training only. Getting him into a classroom and giving him a lot of theoretical knowledge may not help much. It should be at the site or the way he's working. We take him there, and then we give him that sort of training.
Sir, is it fair to kind of summarize if you say the measurement is not just knowledge measure, but it is more in terms of application, the safety metrics that is being followed, the quality metrics that is being followed, the efficiency of use. That is something that you need to kind of measure every time in the workmanship. So that's a pedagogical approach that needs to be there rather than a classroom. Is that what you're indicating?
Yes, absolutely right. You have put it absolutely right. He already has this knowledge and he has been working on it actually. How to upgrade him, upskill him is something that we should be looking forward to.
So is this something that the industry measures this consistently, and is that a knowledge that can come to the academy also?
Absolutely right. So this is done by industry. So since lot of, say if I take Ultratech Cements example, so we have around 2,000 civil engineers moving into the market right now, the team that I represent actually. So we do have an assessment of the quality of the workman and the workmanship that he's producing. So basis that, we devise our training modules. If we could put that numbers across right now, Uh, I would say that around 300 days in a year, we are training masons. So this would happen in the evening, and per training, there will be about 40, 50 masons coming into that. Apart from that, we have an initiative called USHA, that is Ultratech Skill Honing Academy, wherein we gather these people in a structured way and give them a full day training, having a bit of theoretical thing and more of a hands-on thing. We do have Center of Excellences across with engineering colleges and construction academies like this. That is also there. There are a whole lot of mobile vans that are moving into the market who actually train this workman at this site. So these are the initiatives that we take. Even then we feel key, it's not much, it's not sufficient actually.
So a lot of readiness training, a lot of focus towards efficiency parameters, quality parameters, and safety parameters. And then you are saying still that gap is there. Just trying to understand from you, sir, because you said integrating the work and also quality is extremely important and form work. How do you see it in terms of what is the industry expectation in the space of what is a skilled labor? Are you really getting it, and how do you measure it?
Yeah, sure. See, in my opinion, both knowledge as well as skilling, both are equally important. We cannot just ignore knowledge and get into the skilling part of it. It depends on the layers that we are creating. Like in construction industry, if you see, if you take specifically our industry in formwork, see the engineer category or planning team or designing team, they need more knowledge than the skill. Skill can be developed, that's not an issue. But when it comes to the the carpenter level people, they need more skill. So it is, I mean, knowledge may not be the right parameter to measure them. It should be the skill part of it, how fast they do it, how consciously do it, whether they're taking care of the safety parameters. Those things can be measured if you're taking a labor or the technician part of it. But when you are like measuring an engineer, primarily it is, we can say predominantly we can measure it based on the knowledge they have. And knowledge transfer is equally important to the skilling. Skilling can be developed because industry can be part of it. They can actually pass on the skilling. They can give the experience to that level. But knowledge is also equally important. So education system is more towards the knowledge transfer aspect. But at the same time, skilling is something that we are supposed to do. That's why the massive effort that you're doing right now will make a difference in the industry. Skilling for all the people who are below the engineers level, they will be measured in the parameters of skilling only. That's what my take is.
So one is in terms of the way industry measures is, that's how people need to be trained. Right? It is a lot more hands-on is something that is really coming in, and that should be the way it should happen. Reinforced with new knowledge, because it's a changing industry, what is really changing in a material or the way it is getting integrated, that also should be parallelly drawn is something that I hear.
Yeah,
so
just want to add on a point here. So like India is having average of 26 as an age, right? We are very youth population that we have. So knowledge transfer is actually easy here because every year, every office you can see there is a layer of like 2 years or 3 years of gap. Compared to Japan or European atmosphere, we have a lot of layers in it. So knowledge transfer is easily possible. It should happen naturally. But skilling is something is lacking, that practical experience that we are not providing. And that's why these kind of platforms are very important.
Understood, sir, understood. So probably, I'll just go from an academics, because this is slightly on the civil engineering or probably when you say BIM and integrated ways of doing, to actually demonstrating that work. Sir, how do you see this big change? So is there a real revamp, because they are saying 15 to 20% of knowledge, 80% of applied skills and ability to measure and improve seems to be the way they are saying. So do you see a big change in the way workman needs to be trained, upskilled, reskilled?
Sure, sir. There must be a big change. Okay. As far as the curriculum is concerned, yeah, theoretical knowledge is required because fundamentals has to be there. that is there for nearly 20 to 30%. Theory must be there. But the way they apply this theory in construction, that is most important. I just tell about the water which is required in the concrete. Simple, everybody knows that one. What is the significance of that particular water? How much water must be there in the concrete? If you ask somebody, then they will tell, as per the design engineer, it can be 0.5 as the water cement ratio. That means for one bag of cement, nearly 25 liters of water or something like that. That is designed. But when we do it in the site, I'm not telling about the ready-mix concrete. Ready-mix concrete, everything is automated, that's right. But when we do it in the site, who is controlling the water as far as the concrete is concerned? The man who is running the mixer driver, if he thinks that the concrete is not that much workable, he will pour water into that one. And that is considered to be something like a cancer to the concrete. Any extra amount of water that is added into the concrete will result in bleeding, and then that results in, seepage. And the quality of the concrete will go bad. This is a simple example. So theoretically, we will be telling this much is required, but what is the practical application of that one? Number one, what type of new technology which is happening nowadays? Formwork, aluminum formwork is happening. That is branded as My One formwork or something like that. Within 4 days, we can remove the entire formwork system from a particular construction site. Otherwise, conventional formwork we have to keep for 7 days, 14 days, 21 days and all. So within 4 days, the entire formwork can be shifted from one place to another. And that results in, fast-paced construction. That is number one. Number two, precast technologies. Everywhere we are finding out precast technologies. It is not the normal conventional structure or technology which is happening. A building which has to be built is built within 10 days. It is happening. A tunnel which has to be built is built within a short time, where we are having a precast segment or prefabricated segments. And not only precast, prefabricated, that is the steel construction is happening nowadays. Building information modeling, as far as the new age is concerned, it will tell about how much planning we have to do, and we will be knowing it. Within this particular time, we can finish this particular structure. IoT will tell us about the safety in the construction industry, mainly for the workman force. A lot of accidents are happening in the infrastructure projects. So with the help of IoT, a sensor will be provided to that particular workman. So when we will move it to the unsafe environment, a beep will be heard, so that he will be knowing, okay, this is an unsafe environment. So that application must be known to that particular skilled workforce. So the practical application is most important. Theory is required, but practical application. Why we are doing that? That is what it is most important, sir.
Fantastic. So I'm just going a little bit into solutioning mode right now, because we are saying new knowledge is important, 80% skilling is important, 20% of knowledge needs to be transacted. But sir, from your experience, again, we'll go in an order. What do you think is a practical solution? Because we want quality at scale workforce. So if we are trying to implement this in your view and the way the industry sees it, what is your solution to probably the government, to NAC, of how to make this possible?
Yes, sir. Actually, all the state government is already working in this field. Sir is also told that they are going to set up the district level skill center. So we have to establish skill center at district level and improve the infrastructure and course curriculum revision, I think, as per the demand of industry. And another one thing, that how we can change the mindset of our rural youth or our youth, so that they can come in this industry and can train and can work. Because right now we are also facing that we have infrastructure, but the person is not interested. Youth are not interested to work in construction field. So this is the main challenge. So how we can, means the industry can be, incentive can be given by the government to the workman or to the industry. That can be, scheme is also, I think, more useful.
So from a policy level, one in terms of, ensuring there is sufficient incentive for the workman to get skilled. That's one part of it that is clear. So from the industry, and when you say you are working together between the industry and the NAC or with the training institutes, just want to say practical solution, how can the industry be more at the forefront? Because you said 80% is hands-on, apprenticeship is possible, and it needs to do at scale. Is there, how can the industry participate better? Is there a, what is your, some recommendations to a solution of how we can bring industry more at the center, rather than, training institutions taking something and the final end workman
not being performing to industry standards. So how can this gap be bridged? Because I think, will the industry come forward? What could be some solutions for industry to participate better in this solution? From each one of you, my question is, the solution is, what can happen from the industry? What do you think that the government should be doing so that they are creating an enabling environment, either like what you said as a workman or an incentive, in your view, so that it can happen at scale?
I'll take it. Yeah. Yeah. So before I come to this, a small incident that I like to tell over here. In one of our visits to a irrigation site, along with my colleague, he's here right now. So we went to an irrigation project actually, and we were asked to wait for some time because there was a serious meeting going on within the senior civil engineers there. And when we met them, the civil engineer told us that the issue was regarding a concreting which happened maybe a day before or 2 days before, wherein the fall was from the top and a lot of honeycombing has happened. And to plug that honeycombing, concreting will not help now. What needs to be done was getting discussed. And then since we were there, they asked us, do we have a product on that? We told them we do have a product on that, and that was brought into that irrigation project, and that got done over there. Now this is where, so this type of knowledge transfer actually, wherein these products are there which can take care of the pain points of an engineer, needs to be given to an engineer as a knowledge, and the application part needs to be given to the workman. So industry feels it very, very strongly. Most of the products that we are bringing in right now would require this type of a knowledge transfer. So as a representative from a private sector, we do feel that we have a major role to play in this in collaboration with the government. So if at all an initiative like this happens, this is only going to help the construction fraternity in totality. So putting up a center of excellence, going with joint certification, lot of training wherein we share not only the knowledge part, the resource part, even the budget part, industry does look into this way. That's my take on that.
Understood, sir. So more participation in all parts of the area, not just the knowledge, but ability to transact that knowledge also is something that the industry is willing to do. And center of excellence is in some of the areas could be established.
Absolutely right.
So what could be some solutions that you think how industry can participate, and what do you want from the government or the policy makers?
Yeah, excellent question. In fact, why do we do this skilling? There are only two purposes for it, right? One is making them employable, and the second one is making them entrepreneurial, right? There are two objectives of it. So when you make them employable, the practical experiences or the knowledge transfer can definitely come from the industry. And even the industry, for example, if it is our formwork industry, definitely I can recommend those who are capable of getting an employment to my own customers as well. So we can place them somewhere. We can actually give them access to the employment also. It's not just making them employable, we are giving them accessibility to the employment as well. So we have defined a clear curriculum. How do we get into this particular skill development program? And what layer, say if it is a formwork engineer, how do we, what are the areas we need to cover? If it is like a normal technician, which I mentioned, instead of calling them as a labor or worker, I would like to call them as a technician. So technician level, what sort of curriculum we need to cover it? Can it be like a weekly course or maybe a 3 months course, or can we extend it to a 6 months scenario? And based on their capabilities, based on their grading, can we do a joint certification? And with that recognition, can they approach somebody? Or can I take, on behalf of them, can I get into some companies and ask for the job for them? That's what industry has to do. It has to be initiated. We are not very late. We have to just do it now. Otherwise, none of the youth will come forward for this kind of jobs, I can say.
Understood, sir. Understood. So somewhere down the line, what Secretary was also mentioning in terms of naipunyam or unpacking, ability for the industry to lot more participate, ensure that information is reaching, enabling for either a livelihood or probably kind of employment scenarios. Industry should be a major participator. in those things, contributor, I should not say participating, contributor in that. Professor, if I just ask you in terms of, because somewhere the training institutions have been doing certain kind of pedagogical things. So if, what could be the solution to do this quality at scale? Refocus more on, the 20% knowledge, but then ability to practice that skill and mentoring, and what could be the role? How should the role of the training institution change? Because if we go with the erstwhile mindset, I will teach you all, the model is not going to work. So how should it change? And what is the solution that you see in applied industries like construction?
Yes, sir. Yeah, applied industry in construction. Yes, training is most important, sir, as far as the technician is concerned. Training should be made in such a way that it should be designed in such a way that some classroom coaching can be there, but the application of that particular thing in construction, that has to be taught, that has to be deliberated in detail. So a technician will be knowing why this is required. That is most important one. I just told you some of the examples of that one. Even the training for nearly 1 month or 3 months, whatever it may be, a certificate which is given to them, they must be tested actually. It should not be like somebody coming, technician coming and attending a training workshop for 1 month and going out with a certificate or something like that. They must be tested, and they must be tested vigorously in the industry to see that what knowledge they learned from that particular training. And whenever they got some, joint certificates like this, and they must be given incentives also. Like sir has clearly mentioned that technicians are not coming forward for construction industry. That is right. And everybody knows that infrastructure is only growing up, and a lot of skill is required as far as the infrastructure is concerned. A lot of workforce is required as far as infrastructure is concerned. And we need quality technician, quality engineers and all. And for getting the quality workforce, for getting the quality technicians, they must be told the importance or the practical application of these training in the construction projects. Then if they are thorough in that one, and it is sure that the construction industry, as far as the technicians, will be booming and people will be coming out. One more thing, as far as the incentives is concerned. Yes, sir. A civil engineer who is coming out from a particular college with a BTech degree or something like that, nobody wants to go into the construction job. He may be going into a software job. Why? Because his friend who is studying computer science may be getting 30 to 40,000. That also matters. And when you come to the construction project, you may be getting a meager of 10,000 rupees or something like that. And that is how parents, they may not be sending them. So a civil engineer or a core engineer who is coming out, or a technician who is coming out, must know what are the latest developments which are happening as far as the construction project is concerned. And if he is able to manage that with 1 or 2 work experience, my esteemed fellow panelists will tell that what enhancement as far as the revenue they are going to earn in 2-3 years. Expertise, that is most important.
Got it. So somewhere, Professor, one question that keeps coming is, who is going to train this workman? Because I was just trying to understand, some part of the knowledge is coming from the faculty. Is the trainer going to be a practitioner from the industry? Is the trainer going to be a faculty who gets trained by the industry to train the learner? So in this kind of an industry, it's not pure knowledge. There seems to be an application of the knowledge in that context. So how do you think that the faculty needs to orient themselves for this workman? Is that a solution or is that a challenge?
As far as the in-house faculty is concerned, who is purely into academics, it will be a challenge, sir. What I mean to say that an industry expert must be there to train. I told you, theory, yes, a faculty can teach the theory. But if he is trained, or if he has worked somewhere and come over there as a faculty or something like that, then he will be able to train efficiently. So a faculty who is in the core branch must have some industrial experience also, and that will give a better input as far as the training is concerned.
Got it, sir.
Yes, sir.
So largely I was just trying to see in terms of industry participation, but also there seems to be a way in which training organizations need to reorient into this entire architecture so that they will be able to address. Probably one last comment from each one of you. What is some immediate challenge? Because while there is a long-term thing of getting onto this platform, looking at the next 12 months, 12 to 18 months, what is some immediate challenge that needs to be addressed jointly in this platform? If each one of you can tell what could be that priority area, high priority area, imminent challenge, which will help, because each district is going to open up the center. What is one challenge that they should be solving for?
main challenge is the sourcing of candidate. Next challenge is the trainer. Trainer is not available. So we have to start the training program for the trainer, particularly in the construction field. Those who have already have experience in construction project and the basic knowledge, like have ITI or a diploma or degree, they can, after 5 to 6 years of experience, they can become a trainer. So we have to train the trainers program, and the sourcing of candidate is the main biggest challenge right now.
So in the foundation, probably if there is a registry of people who are available in this space in the training, that's one thing that they will need to solve for.
Yeah. My take would be that since this technology, products and processes are already in practice right now, training at scale is the challenge actually. I take it that way.
Training at scale will be the challenge.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. My take here is like probably the candidates are not coming in because their willingness to learn, that aspect is not there because they don't know what is going to be their benefit from it. So we will have to, there is an Naipunya portal now, so candidates' details are available. But when we reach out to them, they should have a clarity that what are they going to benefit from it. Then only they will come forward. And of course, the trainers part I'm saying, there are plenty of industry veterans in the field who are retired from the industry. They all will be recognized if they come to that kind of atmosphere, that kind of recognition if they get. It is not about teaching alone. Of course, the teaching it's a very special skill. Everyone cannot teach. But industry veterans who are really experienced in the field, went through 30 years, 40 years of experience, they have experienced so many things, which can be a storyteller's role also. But if they come forward to do it, it is going to be a recognition for the veterans, and it is going to be a benefit for the candidates who comes in. So it has to be a joint program, I can say.
The priority will be recognition of those practitioners and making it available and benefit for probably the workmanship. Those are two priorities.
Yeah, that's my take.
So Professor, last word from you. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Industry practitioners who have worked n number of years, they are having quantum of work experience. They must be called and they must be honored, and they must come forward to train the skilled labor, that is most important, skilled technician. And
thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the wonderful panel session. Now I request the Commissioner of Skill Development and Training, Sri G. Ganesh Kumar IAS, sir, to kindly felicitate the panelists. Pehle to Deepak Sharma, sir. We have the panelists on the dais. And Punos John gar. Deepak Sharma gar. That is Punos John, sir. And Aldo Varghese gar. Also Dr. Satish Kumar garu. And the chair and moderator, Mr. Madhavan garu. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the next session on design and architecture, evolving architectural practice, skills for design, delivery and sustainability. This is Hall 1, next session on the theme design and architecture. I now invite panelist Soma Jagadish Sai Garu, Dr. YSR Architecture and Fine Arts University, to please come forward. A civil engineering academic with enterprise in construction planning, concrete technology, surveying and structural design, brings experience across teaching, research, publications and technology authorship. His academic work is complemented by professional engagement and sustainable materials of planning and applications. Here we have Soma Jagdish Sai Garu, the panelist. And also, Executive Vice President NAREDCO, Kiran Kumar Pachuri Garu. He is a seasoned professional with extensive experience across education consultancy, infrastructure development, and real estate. Currently serves as Executive Vice President of NAREDCO Andhra Pradesh, representing a large network of industry stakeholders. Right. And now I invite Assistant Professor SRM University, Dr. Ravi Teja Garu. He's a panelist. He is an accomplished academic and researcher specializing in geometrical and geo-environmental engineering. His enterprise spans landfill engineering, reliability-based design, and sustainable waste management technologies. And now we also have another academician, Professor of Architecture, SPA Vijayawada, Dr. Sadhu Venkatakrishna Kumar Garu. He is an architect and house planner with over 27 years of academic and professional experience. His enterprise includes architecture, housing, settlement planning, and real estate advisory. He has contributed to curriculum development, feasibility studies, PPP project documentation, and research on vernacular housing and human settlements. I also invite the Director, E&S KPMG, Mr. Rajarshi Dasgupta. He acts as the moderator for today's session. Mr. Rajarshi Dasgupta is the Director at KPMG with over 17 years of experience in skill development and education. He has led large-scale initiatives across 15 plus states, including the Andhra Pradesh Skill Census and Maharashtra Skill Policy, bringing deep enterprise in workforce planning, financial modeling, and institutional frameworks. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the panel 2, themed Design and Architecture, Evolving Architectural Practice, Skills for Design, Delivery, and Sustainability. Now, I request Mr. Rajarshi Dasgupta to kindly act as the moderator and the chair for this session. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very good afternoon to all the esteemed panelists. It's truly an honor for me to moderate a session full of such eminent panelists. So without any further delay, I would probably just, jump right into the topic being design and architecture, right? So we'll probably look at it from a skills and from an architectural point of view, that how the skill sets and the competencies in design and architecture has been kind of shaping over the course of years. And this comes at a time when our country itself is witnessing massive transformation in the entire construction and the urban transformation space, right? So from that perspective, what I would probably like to hear from each one of you is, just as an opening remark, that what is it that you would also see as this transformation from your lens, for the country, because we talk about Viksit Bharat, right? So from that lens, that how is this design and architecture kind of shaping into a Viksit Bharat kind of a dream that our entire country has? So, sir, if you may kindly start. Thank you.
Good morning to all the dignitaries and all the panelists and remaining eminent persons. In my view, in olden days, architecture and all these things is related to just drawing and 2D modeling. But nowadays, architecture is no more like a theoretical part. It should be like from pre-construction stage to post-construction stage, what are the tasks will be there, and coordinating each tasks one by one, and workflow, everything should be in sequential manner. So by coordinating all these things, every aspect, then it will be like a, it will build a modern era in very beautiful way. So that is the thing. Architecture is no more a theoretical oriented. It should be like a practical oriented one.
Right, so thank you so much. I think what point you're very correctly emphasizing is, the entire traditional architecture is changing, is evolving with time and pace. So that's a very well made point, sir. That's something that I would take note of. Sir, if you can kindly share your views.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. Myself, Kiran Parchuri. I am the developer actually. As a developer, my farm name is Square Infra. As a developer, we need across the table all the architects and civil engineers, even MEP professionals, even other landscape professionals also. Here, at the implementation stage, here what you said is everybody used to say this National Academy of Construction. Its main motto is skilling, upskilling, and reskilling. In that way, if you see even our HRD secretaries are also said about the Naipunyam. If you see majority the training areas, majority trainings are going for this IT, even other professions. But if you take this construction side, the skilling is very less, sir. The training professionals also, the training also it's very less. If you take the example of these architects, theory-based learning is more. Instead of their practically learning is very less actually. While doing their architecture or civil engineer or MEP and other courses, they better to involve with our construction sites also. Majority construction is going on across India. If you see the cities, even other rural areas, even other district areas also, apart from this theory-based learning, this practical-based learning also important. Anyway, they are going to, what Sari said, from the basic stage, from the design stage, they will develop all sort of drawings like architectural design. Even this architectural design also, they need to integrate everything. They don't see only this, how the building is going to come, means the vision and all, that is fine. Along with that, they need to integrate this civil structural drawings, are they executable? At the same time also, they need to insert this MEP drawings, at the same also landscape drawings. That's my vision, sir.
Right, sir. So I think the point you're very correctly making is the skills part of the practical part of learning needs to happen, needs to be augmented than the academic part of learning. Very well made point, sir. We'll take a note of that. Sir, if I can just request you to share your views.
Yeah, good afternoon. So now we are in a stage where our construction and design is rapidly shifting from isolated 2D design to an integrated BIM modeling. So now the engineer is not only the person who can draw and deliver the drawing, he also needs to coordinate and integrate with the different stakeholders once from the initiation of the project till execution. Regarding the architecture you have mentioned, now not like the same old box kind of structures are required. Even in government buildings, we can see one of the best example is Bharat Mandapam, how the architecture has been designed. So now, along with the safety and quality, the architecture is also coming into the picture, where there is a major requirement of the BAM experts who needs to design this. And one more example I can give in how this technology is being taken in 2025. Karnataka government has announced that they are shifting from chain surveying to the GPS-based measuring the coordinates for all their revenue sites. So this is one of the shifting from traditional approaches to the technological-based innovations.
Right, so I think I completely agree with you, because what has happened is the role of an architect is also changing, is what you are emphasizing upon. Traditional architects who used to do the certain job in a certain way and methodology is completely changing and transforming with a tech-based, digital kind of enabled service that an architect is now kind of providing. Very well made point again, sir. Thank you so much. Sir, if I may request you also.
Good afternoon all. Myself, Krishna Kumar, and it's a beautiful panel with diverse persons and diverse ideas. As an opening remark, I would like to say that it is very popular and very convenient to say that industry and classroom should be aligned and there should be a very healthy interface. But when it comes to reality, especially representing architecture institutions, there are about 420 institutions in India as per the records of Council of Architecture. Out of these, there are at least 100 different schools of thought, 420 schools and 100 different schools of thought. All the schools of thought are rich enough, while the reality is architecture used to be lauded as a mother of all arts. That has been a traditional and ever-living eternal statement. From that, the departure is towards calling architecture is a building science. That means we are trying to move from something which is emotional to something which is measurable and provable. So this shift, many institutions are probably not in line or yet to fall in line with this transformation from being mother of all arts to accepting architecture as a building science which is measurable. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That's an excellent point you've made, and quite a thought-provoking also, if I may say this, that architecture is transforming from mother of arts to science. That's excellent point, sir. So in this context, sir, let me ask you another question. 2026, you cannot talk anything without AI, right? So the way AI transformation is also happening in every sector, do you think conventional architecture or the way architecture was taught in colleges would remain the way it is, or the entire definition of an architect would change given AI kind of a transformation? And what are the transformations that you see, sir, in let's say an architect of 2036 or 2047 as we are kind of looking at Viksit Bharat?
Yeah, let me continue to share my ignorance. Honestly, I think by 2036 or even 2047, my dream is that AI, at least in the field of architecture, industry related to architecture, AI should be rephrased as architectural intelligence, because architectural intelligence comes with a built-in thought. How can you intelligently manifest architectural thoughts into ideas which can be translated into reality? Now, coming straight to the point, what could be the changing scenario, or what could be the shift in terms of what we are doing now to what we would be doing then? As of now, artificial intelligence, I repeat, artificial intelligence is being used as a tool by most of our students to probably limit their thought process, not as an institution of School of Planning and Architecture, Vijayawada, but students per se are trying to carry a misconception that a little thought can germinate a big tree and they have to do less. But once bitten, twice shy, students have very quickly understood that artificial intelligence enables them to churn out more alternatives. But the parent thought should be as pristine and as genuine and as an outcome of sincerity. So AI can make inroads into architectural thought process in a limited way right now, but maybe in the years to come, things probably would change. The authenticity of an architect or thinking of I'm not trying to be passionate about architecture. I'm trying to be as realistic as possible, at the same time maintaining empathy with the mother of all arts.
Right, so you're basically saying AI will not replace an architect. AI will not replace an architect, but AI will probably transform the way how architects fundamentally has been working, and the way of work would change. Right, sir. So in this line, I would like to ask you also kind of a question, in the sense that future architects, will they be drawing buildings, or they would probably be designing intelligent systems? As sir said, that architecture intelligence, AI, will a future architect be again drawing buildings or kind of designing systems which would actually enable them to draw buildings?
So there was a study which says that by 2035, 60% of the traditional work done by the architect will be replaced by AI. Okay, and so they will not do no more drawing or drafting, but instead they will use AI as an intelligent technical assistant, and their work is more based on integration with different units and then execution the project. So their routine work will be replaced by the AI. So they are becoming more coordination and integrity based architects than the regular draftsmen.
Right, sir. So that's also a very interesting point you made. I think I'll take a cue from what you said, sir. To you, sir, so in today's kind of a curriculum that is taught to students, are you teaching something that probably will not exist in the next 5 to 6 years? Because a person who gets into college today, undergrad, would probably in 5 or 6 years hit the workforce and start working. So today what he or she is learning in the academic institution, will that job not exist at all? Or there is some kind of a planning that is happening today, sir, in the curriculum?
Yeah, what you said is right, sir. Actually, what they are learning in the classroom is definitely, it's a old only. So many different trends are coming up in the technology wise, even the construction side also. They need to update it practically. Anyway, at present days, we have a very good platform, what you have said, artificial intelligence. Yeah, majority expertise, they dumped so much of knowledge into this online platforms. What AI will do, whatever the thought process we have, just we need to give some inputs to this AI that will give the better output to us as per our ideology and all. In that way, the students who are all into this architectural or some other like civil and other engineering graduates, they need to get the latest knowledge and all. But classroom wise, that is basics is compulsory, basic fundamentals, that won't change actually. Whatever the trends means the design style or other whatever the latest technologies are coming up in the construction technology, even the building materials, even latest what we are discussing now about the green practices, green building certifications, everybody they are saying. Means in this green building certifications, what majority, even our Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu are also saying, net zero practices, means what? Net zero energy, net zero water, even this net zero carbons. In that way also, they need to upgrade their technology. As per their passion, they can learn more. Even you see many other volunteer organizations also there, associations also there. I am from the NAREDCO, National Real Estate Development Council. This is established by Mahua, Minister of Housing and Urban Affairs Minister. He is our chief patron actually. We deal with mainly with the policy making for this building rules across India. What are the best rules we can get as per the market demands and all. In that way, they can upgrade it as per their passion and requirements and all. That's what I say, sir.
Right, sir. So you also agree that industry is changing faster than how the curriculum change is kind of happening. So that bridge needs to happen. So with that, sir, I would like to ask you also, sir, in your institution, how are you trying to bridge that gap?
Actually, our institution is based on hands-on experience, sir. Even our curriculum is designed as 50% of the thing is theoretical and 50% is related to hands-on experience like assignments or field visits or such type of things. So what our motto is, it is established in 2020, sir. Actually, it is not even popularized because of some land issue or some other things. But it is a state specialized university. It is, we have many multidisciplinary courses. So in regular technical institutes like any JNTUs or any other Andhra University or some other kind, we find civil engineering and all these things. But in our university, we have different multidisciplinary courses like we have ABARC. After that, BTech in construction technology management, BTech in building technology, BTech in digital techniques for design and planning, such type of all these courses are there. So why government also initiated these things? Because see, if you go in conventional mode, everything will be like an older type of things. But if we are mostly focusing on new inventions or new type of new type of things. So new ideas will be generated in next generation. So see, sir, if we stop in like single story or multi-story buildings, there we won't see skyscrapers, right? So from that generation, from like past 3 decades onwards, we are seeing many construction generation means it is getting improvements, right, sir? So what I say is there should be multidisciplinary in all the curriculums. things should be incorporated, like even hands-on experiences and internships also should be there. So curriculum should be updated like for 3 to 5 years immediately, sir. Like it should not be for long run. So it will be good.
Sir, is there any specific assistance that you would think
Yeah.
would be required from a government's perspective? Because government plays a very important stakeholder in this entire,
Yes,
connect
the
between
government
industry and...
should also take a steps, necessary steps also. Even it is a government university, right, sir? So government took an initiation to implement these type of courses. So what I'm telling is, if we go for new thing, even it might hit or it might flop. But if we give a try, then there will be a fruitfulness, right, sir? So that is the main motto what I want to share with
Right, sir. Thank you so much for that point, sir. So I'll come to you now with some data points. Like you also mentioned some data, sir. So it is said that 65% of our country's population is below the age of 35, right? And it says that the construction sector contributes to about 9% of the country's GDP. Right, so being such an important sector and also contributing to workforce, it is definitely one of the topmost contributors of workforce and employment for our country. At the same time, staying with AI and trends, the trend analysis has been that in other sectors it has been seen that AI replacement of jobs are mostly happening at entry levels. Right, so the seniors in the industry have seen that with AI, they can probably do away with a lot of entry-level jobs. Is that what you also see, sir, in this construction sector or architect kind of a skill set?
Yeah, thanks for this question, sir. I can very well relate to this. AI can replace architects or AI cannot replace architects. Probably cannot fetch a direct answer. But what I truly believe is AI can moderate the quantity of man hours to be put, whether it is entry level or senior professionals level. The time that is spent in visualizing or doing lot of iterations of design alternatives can be reduced. That way a person can do more number of work or can achieve work-life balance better. The office time the time that he spends in profession till 8, 9, 10 or endless hours can probably contribute to more emphasis towards family and quality life. That on the empathy side. But in terms of GDP or the contribution, I humbly would like to add that this 9% is taking real estate as well as construction or architecture into picture. Now, if that has to be understood, I would also like to put forward 6 different schools of thought which the academia is looking at. I think I have time. I have 1 more minute of time. We, in the recent, a brainstorming session within our institution, we have identified that the proposed curricula or new curricula in architectural education can be across 6 streams. And they are technology driven, number 1. 2, construction technology driven. 3, entrepreneurship driven. 4, climate driven. 5, emotion driven. 6 are embedded within this 5. But since science is ever evolving, the institutes or academic institutions probably will fall flat if we try to win the race. Any academic institutions, fundamentally academic institution or research and academic institutions' role is not only to make students industry ready. It will be a myth to think that institutions can make people industry ready. No. Institutions can make students or its graduates as enabled learners. They can adapt and others can adopt them easily and they can adapt to changing circumstances, because by the time they graduate, since science is ever evolving, the speed at which science is evolving or technology is evolving and the speed at which institutions can frequently change the curricula or revise the curricula cannot be equated. So as School of Planning and Architecture Vijayawada, which I represent, and also academia in particular, I think the job of institutions should not be a rat race of creating industry-ready students. We would probably lose out on the ethos and the thought process, so we can only make them learning-enabled, so that they are into the habit of lifelong learning. They can learn anything at an easier pace because everything can't be learned within 4 or 5 years. It should be on the field, the drastic life.
Very interesting point, sir, that you have made. Not industry ready, but learning enablement. So I'll keep that in mind. So moving on a bit. So another buzzword that has been, doing a lot of rounds is sustainability, and that's also there as a part of our topic. So sustainability also, if you look at it from a past 5 to 7 year kind of a time frame, sustainability was a very niche kind of a topic or a competency, but now it has become rather a need of the hour, right? You cannot do without being sustainable from a ESG perspective, from a climate perspective, whatever perspective that one may think of. So do you think, according to you, the design and architecture kind of a sector, subsector that you may call, is also moving in that direction of ensuring that sustainability becomes need of the hour kind of a competency, or you think there's still some time to kind of catch up?
It is the need of the hour, because we, like some certifications, as you see, some buildings are showing certification that this is a green building and sustainably constructed and certified by IGBC or LEEDs with the daylight saving or rainwater harvesting. So sustainability metrics are the need of the hours. At least government has to mandate this sustainability certification, at least for major projects, to get IGBC or LEEDs certification, so that we will go in the sustainable way. Unless there is no imposition or measures taken by the government towards sustainability, it will not be implemented in an active case in all the construction. So there should be measures taken by the government and private sector to implement sustainability, and for projects crossing some budget, the sustainability certification should be mandated.
Right, so you're saying that there is step in the right direction, but probably more and more impetus needs to be given from a sustainability point of view for it to happen in that way. So what are your thoughts about it? Like, from a change of curriculum perspective, do you think that sustainability kind of related areas are already being embedded into today's day and age of curriculum, or probably that is still not done in the way and manner how the industry has been shaping, sir?
Yeah, what you said is right, sir. This sustainability is most important. Even the government policy also strictly implementing for us. What are the procedures we are taking for this, even STP, like what sir said, water harvesting mechanisms and sewerage treatment plants. At the same time, this energy efficiency measures, and also in the construction, main part is this building materials. Building materials also should be, the zero carbon emission is important for that also. Why means the healthy lifestyle also important for the families who are there living in the our buildings or villas and other building products actually. So this sustainability wise and also long standing, mean to what everybody is saying, no, recycle and reuse, that is also main important. Here, we need to secure our nature also. Nature in the sense, energy is most important. At the same time, water resources are very less for us. We need to reduce the usage of water. Means what are the plumbing side, if you say take this plumbing, CP sanitary means, what are the water saving measures we are taking in that way. At the same time also, what are the electrical products we are using for saving the energy. At the same time, this water treatment mechanisms also and sewerage treatment plants also. These are all the measures already we are taking as per the government. At the same time, we can go for this building certifications also. Actually, that the government has given as an optional subject. We want means we can go for, if you take this IGBC, Indian Green Building Certification. If you take this, the Amravati is the very good example for us. The new capital city, it's building from the scrap. It's a design city actually. The design city itself, it's a platinum certified blue, green, livable and sustainable city. In that way, what they are giving, every amenities, what means it's a what we can say, no, in the work environment, plug and play environment, Like way, even Amaravati also it's coming like plug and play environment only, ready to for building. Means every facility they are giving from the base ground level itself. Water facilities they are giving, electricity facilities they are giving, like way road facility they are giving, even other amenities also they are providing. Nowhere it's happened in India. We can see we are getting a very good capital, Amaravati, as you said. For that also, this main, the skilling of labor and this technical engineers also, so much of scarcity is there for the execution. Anyway, this Norman Foster's like it's a big architects has given the plans and all, but implementation is also most important. For that, the government has to take more measures, how to train the technicians, even this labor also, means manpower also is the most important. As per the drawing, they need to execute that on the ground. For this and all, the government has to take so many measures to produce a skill-based environment. Thank you.
Right, so thank you so much, sir. We are already towards the end of the time, but I'll put up my last question for you, sir. So according to you, what would be the top 3 skill sets that an architect would need to have, given the kind of transformation that we are witnessing all around?
There is a concept called triple constraint, sir. So triple constraint means time, cost, quality. So we have to balance in construction that time, cost, quality. We have to balance all these 3 constraints. If we fail to confine to any of these 3 things, the project gets failure. So everyone, because beyond this, there is one other thing that is called scope. So what is the thing is, all the architects or civil engineers or any type of construction people must first find that scope is viable or not. If it is viable, then they have to go into the project. Otherwise, they will face many lot of issues, right, sir? So this is the thing what I have to conclude it.
All right, sir. So do you want to make an addition to that? Thank you.
Not an addition, I mark a tangent there. I recall today morning, the person who is responsible for, who is at the helm of affairs for Guntur district, Sri Sai Kant IAS, he came to a stall, and this is my humble appeal to all of you to visit the stall of School of Planning and Architecture, where the students have put their academic projects in the form of models and drawings. They all carried very less of artificial intelligence and more of architectural intelligence, translating from drawings to models. So Sri Sai Kant IAS, sir came to the stall and he was impressed, and he said that he would like to offer certain projects, real-time projects as internships to our students and deliver within, let us say, 6 months of time. The word internship means a practical exposure to real-time problems. What we teach in the institution is we give a hypothetical academic project and ask them to deliver or design and draw certain things. In contradiction of that, opposing that, what institutes like ours do is we take real-time problems. National Institute of Fashion Technology is proposed in Amaravati. Let us take it as an example. So we have taken that as a live project and given it as an academic project in our institution. Many of the institutions do it. And those are the models that we have displayed today, and that has marked a spark, that has ignited the Honorable IAS officer to say that if this is the work, then probably we can think of this good work to be carried into real time. Now this also answers your earlier query, sir, that what should be the efforts or support that you would expect from the government. So this is the kind of support. Government of Andhra Pradesh has thankfully come forward to offer internships, and in institutions like ours, we have a very strong and robust research and consultancy. So we get consultancy projects, and those would be partially academic made, and there are professionals to work on it. Our students also get to work on construction projects. And the efforts of Government of Andhra Pradesh to give us projects as consultancy, this is a continuation of the answer that question that you have asked and sir has answered. And I also would like to conclude from my side, the race between industry and academia should not become a Thucydides trap, where Professor Allison is working actively on it, Thucydides trap. And yes, that was in a nutshell. Thank you, Mr. Dasgupta.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. That was such an interesting point that you have made. I would like to thank all of you for such interesting points that has come across. And I really take cue of what you said, sir, that government of Andhra Pradesh can probably give more of internships, more of such real-time projects for the students to learn, which would be on-job kind of a training. Thank you. With that, sir, I conclude the session. Thank you once again for this lovely thing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful session on design and architecture, evolving architectural practice, skills for design, delivery, and sustainability. Ladies and gentlemen, now I request the Additional Director General, Skill Development and Training, Sri Manohar Garu, to kindly felicitate the panelists on the dais. Firstly, Dr. YSR Architecture and Fine Arts University panelist, Soma Jagadish Sai garu. అదేవిధంగా ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ వైస్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ నారెడ్కో కిరణ్ కుమార్ పరుచూరి గారు. అదేవిధంగా ప్యానలిస్ట్ అసిస్టెంట్ ప్రొఫెసర్ ఎస్ఆర్ఎం యూనివర్సిటీ డాక్టర్ రవితేజ గారు. అదేవిధంగా ప్రొఫెసర్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ ఎస్పీఏ విజయవాడ డాక్టర్ సాధు వెంకట కృష్ణ కుమార్ గారు. And also Director E&S KPMG, Mr. Rajarshi Das Gupta garu. Mr. Rajarshi Das Gupta garu. Director E&S KPMG. Ladies and gentlemen, now I request you all to kindly proceed for the lunch. Lunch, meeku. Just a minute. Just a moment. ఒక 5 minutes లో మీరు అందరూ కూడా లంచ్కి వెళ్తారు కానీ kindly spare 5 more minutes please.